welcome back to Winds of Change. We made some progress the last time. Hang on, let me just check OBS and make sure that it's actually behaving itself, because it was acting up yesterday. Should be okay. Okay, yeah, I think we're alright. Cool. But yeah, so last time we had chosen our elder, which we chose Fortem, and we're now in the city, and I think we're about to meet the mayor of the city. So let's see what's in store for us this time. So I think it was this one. Oh yeah, and Dominic joined the team as well. That's right. Oh. Oh, no. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so Dominic, he joined the team as well. Which honestly, I'm kind of suspicious of him. I feel like, because we were trying to greet him. Like, apparently he was, like, excited to meet us. Or at least me as the Cirrus. But when we tried to, like, do a handshake or whatever it was, he pulled back. So, usually when that happens in storytelling, that means they're hiding something. That's usually the situation. So, yeah, I'm a little bit suspicious of Dominic, but we'll see what happens. Who wouldn't be excited to meet? No. Thank you. And we got a little bit closer with Fortem as well. So things are definitely getting interesting. Also, can I just say, freaking Pro, very precious bean. I love him. I said that if I wanted to romance anyone, it probably would be him. Fortem, I think I wasn't thinking him initially, but he's starting to grow on me. So I might end up going with Fortem, but we'll see what happens. Although I know that you don't necessarily have to romance the characters from what I've been told, but if I had to choose, it would be one of the two. I did, Caustic. Yes, I did. Right. So I think we did all the interactions here. So let's go to we started. We were at the town square. So we'll go to the Museo Tavern and have a look here. Wow. That scene with the apple was actually really cute. Yeah, and I think that's what kind of made me interested in Fortem. I was like, you know what? This is adorable. I really like it. Very, very charming. I will be very critical about this game, but I need to give credit where it's due. Yeah, like, listen, there are some faults with the game. I will give it that. Like, there are some parts where I'm just like, okay, that was not necessary. But so far, the story has been intriguing. I will admit there is some parts where I'm still a little bit lost in the details, but I will slowly gather it all, over time. So, yeah, it was more of a platonic route when it came to Fortem, but it was still cute enough. I mean, Caustic, as long as you're not spoiling anything, it's fine. It's all good. But yeah. But yeah, no, with the quote-unquote date with Fortem, it was more platonic than it was romantic. But, it was still very, very cute. I really liked it. I was just like, oh, I can see potential in him. I think, as I said, like, Pro is the one that's kind of been getting my attention because, his interest piqued my curiosity. And he just seems like a silly goober. I don't know. He's cute. He really loves apples. Yeah, well, at least that specific apple he really likes. Oh, right, and there was also that one scene with 410 where, this was back at uh, this was back at the other tavern, um, where, like, he just became elder, and he was, like, we had, like, a bit of a real moment, and, oh my god, like, it was so cute, and, like, the moment that you, like, I gave him a hug, because I was just like, oh, he needs a hug, and it was so sweet. It actually nearly made me tear up. It was, oh my god, it was just so precious. So yeah, those two moments have made me think, okay, Portem is a potential, choice for having a romantic relationship with in this game. So yeah, no, it's very, very intriguing. Oh yeah, absolutely, yes, Static. They are very boopable for sure. Like, I've said it before, the art style in this game is really endearing. I love it. It's so pretty. Like, the background art is gorgeous. The character art is really, really nice. I mean, there are times where they look a little bit derpy, but it's still very endearing and just very, very cute. There was someone that came in last week, I think, or the week before, and they asked me if I worked on this game because they said my art style seemed very similar to the game. I was just like, no, actually, I didn't work on this game. This is my first time playing it. But that was a massive compliment for me. Like, yeah, I didn't work on the game, but I mean, clearly they like the art style. But yeah, I took that as a compliment. That was really, really sweet. I forgot who it was that said it now, but to whoever said it, thank you so much for that. That really was sweet. But anyway, enough of me rambling. Let's get into the game. As soon as we enter the tavern, the smell of ale assaults our noses. Oh god, I think I know that feeling. This wasn't anything like Peregrino. This was an entirely different level. Oh god. I could see Serena do a visual novel style. I have considered it. I wouldn't even know what the hell I'd do for a visual novel, but I would not hesitate to be an artist for a visual novel. I think that'd be a lot of fun, actually. As soon as we enter the tavern, the smell of... Oh, no, wait, we already read that. My bad. Bottles of foreign alcohol line the shelves. I'd have no idea where to start looking.
Good call, Cirrus. No trip to Mazea was complete without coming here.
That's right!
If it's time to relax for a bit, I'll just take a seat at the bar.
That's right, I forgot. We said that we would have a drink with him. I forgot about that. Yeah, honestly, Ulrich is not my type. Like, he's a cool dude, but not my type. He's definitely into drinking, from what I can tell. Not to the point of, like, getting blackout drunk, I can't imagine. I mean, unless he's, like... Maybe he does get drunk pretty often. I don't know. We'll find out in any case. Just as a reminder, since the game gave you a tutorial on this super early, once you get new party members like Pro and Dominic, it's a good idea to visit old areas to see if they could do anything in previous spots. Yeah, I'll definitely keep that in mind. I haven't done that since we left our home, but yeah, I'll definitely keep that in mind. Vol, hi, welcome on in. Thank you for the stream streak. Appreciate it. I think you've done everything so far, but good to keep in mind for the future. Yeah, I appreciate that, Bryce. Thank you. I think now that we're in a different area, I will be able to backtrack a little bit and maybe just check and see if there's more banter to be had, or like have more one-on-ones with the characters. So I'll definitely keep that in mind. Oi, why are you eating me? Hi, Slushy, welcome on in. Ulrich is admittedly kind of hot. I can see why people would be into him for sure. Like, he has a really nice design. And I mean, I know people are really into muscles and whatnot. Personally, not my thing. I don't mind a bit of muscle, but not like, yeah. I mean, his voice is nice too, so I'll give him that. But yeah, not my type of guy, but he's cool. No, I didn't, Slushy. We didn't have time. Oh, nice, Vol. Heck yeah, I hope you have fun with that. He gives me a sly smirk and immediately takes a seat. a bartender, who I can only describe as overwhelmed, takes his order. I know that feeling all too well. Pro takes a few steps forward and afterwards takes a deep breath. Oh, Pro's with us too, heck yeah.
You just can't beat that smell. If you need me, I'll just be checking my mail. I've been in Valinor for a while. I'd hate to miss anything.
That's fair. God, Ed, I swear. Welcome on in, dude. Hope you're doing well. You can go all the way back if you want to, and this game has a pretty obvious point of no return where you get near the end. Okay. Yeah, this is a furry visual novel. It's called Winds of Change. It came out in 2019. Only took me 3 hours. How the hell did you do that, Slushy? Because the first episode's an hour long, or over an hour long. There's 8 episodes in total. So how the hell did you do that in 3 hours? But, speedrunners find a way, I guess so. Hey, to play more of those? I mean, I'm enjoying this game so far. Like, this visual novel has been really nice, and I love the art style, as I said. It's really, really nice. Anyway. I swear to God, Ed. Alright. Trotting off to the corner, he starts to inspect his mailbox. Shelves with letters and numbers line the back corner of the tavern. He must pay to have an anonymous address or something like that.
Taverns don't really do anything for me, Cirrus. I don't mean any offence by this, but I'll be waiting outside. That's not to rush your relaxation or anything. You deserve it.
I mean, fair, Dominic. These kind of places are not exactly my scene either. I don't mind every now and then, but yeah. Also, like, I may be suspicious of Dominic at the moment, but can I just say, this is a very cute drawing of him. It's adorable. I still got a lot to learn on planning and commitment to make it happen. He looks so shocked. I know, it's adorable. Episode 1 of Season 2 was really good, Slushy. Tabby and I noticed a lot of Easter eggs. He noticed more than I did, because there were some things that came up that I'm not even, that I haven't even seen yet. But seeing Tabby hyped about it was actually really cool. With a smile, he slowly backs out of the tavern. I guess this would be a good chance to talk with Pro and Ulrich. Heck yeah, let's go. We haven't really had enough time to get to know each other yet. The less than 4 take a seat and start talking amongst themselves. I guess it wouldn't be the end of the world if we wasted a little bit of time here. Ulrich is chugging a large cup of ale, and Pro is carefully reading over some letters. Alright. Okay. I guess we'll start with Ulrich first. Access Ulrich heart to heart? Yes. I sit down beside Ulrich and look over at him. A couple empty glasses strewn about signal that he's already had a few. Oh god, okay. However, he doesn't seem to show it. Not at all. He's calm and collected.
Hey, Cirrus, come to join me? I can recommend a few drinks if you like. Do you want something strong, or should we start weak?
Start? Let's start off a little weak.
I guess we'll have to work our way up. Don't worry, you'll get to my level in no time.
I don't know if I want to get to that level, Ulrich, if I'm being honest with you. Thank you for the hydrate, Slushy. Yeah, I don't want to be peer pressured into it. He motions to the bartender, and a few moments later, I'm given a glass. Ulrich watches me with a smirk as I take a large swig and swallow it down. It tastes like nothing. Practically water. Weak was actually an understatement.
Wish you went for the stronger one? Trust me, I started out the same way. Sometimes you just need to dive in.
Yes?
Want another one? What are you in the mood for?
Just a bit stronger, not too much.
Alright, one step at a time. Hold on, I'll get you something special.
No, I'm not diving in sober. Once again, he motions to the bartender, and I'm given a drink. This one is a tinted red, like this one is tinted red, like a fruit. Perhaps it wouldn't be too bad. As time passes, I notice him start to exhibit signs of inebriation. I grip the glass and take a large swig. Very fruity. There's a bit of a burn, but it's nothing too bad. I drink it all. Slamming the glass down on the table, I declare my victory.
Okay, that one was easy. But like I said, one step at a time. The night is just getting started.
My dude, how much do you drink? He crosses his arms and stares at me with a blank look. But soon after, his facial expression becomes more stern. It's clear that the drinks are starting to hit him, and fast. Oh god, okay, here we go.
I guess I'll stop messing with you for now. Truth is, I just wanted to see how much you could handle. It's a good test, a nice judge of character, and you passed.
Glad I passed. He was testing me?
You learn a lot about someone by how they hold their liquor. You're strong, at least. You have a strong will. I respect that. This is part of how they do things back in Alarenthia. I know I say I hate it, and I truly do, but some of its culture sticks with me.
I mean, yeah.
You left Valinor, so it'll likely be the same.
I mean, yeah, like, you may not like something from where you come from, but there is some parts of it that will still stick with you. He waves to the bartender, who brings him another drink. Honestly, I'm surprised he's still coherent. It's crazy. Swigging it down, he lets out a sigh of complete content.
Sorry for rambling on like that. If there's anything I hate, it's a one-sided conversation. Is there anything you want to ask me? Right now, I'm an open book.
Let me just go like, so tell me about your love life. I don't know, that kind of feels like it's just jumping right in. So I don't know about that. I mean, as I said, he's not really my character, you know, he's not really my type, so I'm just gonna be platonic with him. Well, you were just telling me about Alarinthia.
Honestly, there's not much more to say. I'm a man between two worlds, and it's complicated. It's hard to shake the habits of where we come from.
Yeah, fair.
Either way, I think I've had enough. I'm gonna buy a bottle to bring to my chambers. Feel free to join me if you want to share another drink.
I nod and stand up, but all of the drinks hit me at once. Oh no! I immediately stumble over, using the bar to brace myself.
Hey now, watch your step. The ground here could do some real damage.
Oh god. I shake my head and regain my clarity. It's a mystery to me how Ulrich can handle this stuff. It would be a long time before I reached his level. True to his word, Ulrich orders a bottle of alcohol and walks away. Socializing with the tavern patrons, it seemed like our moment was over. Take a few deep breaths and ensure my head is clear before moving. I guess we had to get things back on track. As enjoyable as that was, we have business to take care of. Hopefully we had more time like this to unwind in the future. Okay. Let's go with Pro. Pro rests back against the mailboxes, sifting through letters, sorry. He must be pretty popular as his hands were full of paper. Can't even imagine if I got that many letters in Valinor.
Oh, hey there.
Hey there. He looks up at me, startled, and turns to face the mailboxes. As if in a rush, he starts putting various letters in various boxes. Wait, all those letters weren't actually his? Uh-oh.
Well, you caught me. Just don't tell anybody else, all right? This is one of the best ways to get information.
What do we go with here? So, can't just go through people's mail, Pro. Hey, why don't you let me help you? I'll let it slide if you tell me some secrets, or I don't know what you're talking about. Definitely not that last one. I definitely I don't want to go with this one, so I think it's going to be one of these two. Uh... Hmm. Ask her out. Hey, why don't you let me help you?
Oh, an accomplice. I've never actually thought about that. I guess it could make things a little easier. Stand guard for me, all right? Let me know if anybody approaches. If I get caught, I can play it off as a misunderstanding. Oh, don't worry, just a little mix-up. Trust me, it works pretty much every time I'm caught. It's so easy to win people over. Just admit you did something wrong. They'll immediately switch their stance to defend you. Oh, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. People work in such weird ways.
No kidding. Turns back to the mailboxes and raids them once again. I guess he assumed it was okay since I was one of his comrades. A big smile appears on his face as he borrows private information.
It's amazing what some of these people get up to. The most innocent people could be involved in awful things. See, I can beat blackmail, but, these people can't. It's a good way to line the rebellion's coffers. So later today, I'm gonna pay this guy a visit.
Oh boy. He taps one of the papers in his hands.
It would seem a reputable business owner is up to no good. I think he'd lose some business if people found out he worked with pirates. If I got him to pay me off, I could feed the rebellion for months, Cirrus.
He looks at me as if waiting for my approval.
Is everything okay? I'm not scaring you away, am I? This kind of stuff isn't for everybody.
Also, I freaking love that face on Pro. It's so cute. So precious. Ooh, I don't know what to go with here. I don't know if this is a good idea, honestly. I guess... One second.
Dominic turns a blind eye to it, you know? It's better to keep our soldiers strong and fed. Without my excursions, everybody would starve.
Yes.
You'll have to get used to it one way or another. I'm doing this tonight, and then I'll celebrate in my room back at HQ. Feel free to pay me a visit if you change your mind. We can hang out. I mean, you still want to be friends, right? I hope all of this danger doesn't scare you away. I'm not like this all the time. Trust me, Cirrus.
Wow. Just go straight into hopefully we can be more than friends. Jesus Christ. Of course we could be friends.
Good, I'm glad. You caught me, so I had to come clean. Otherwise, I would have kept this stuff secret. Not many people know what I actually do. But if you pay attention, it's not too much of a stretch. It's just something I picked up from years on the streets.
I suppose you would, yeah.
Maybe I'll tell you a bit more back at HQ. I'll use this big score to buy a bottle of wine. We can crack it open and get to know each other.
Okay. He carefully places the letters back in their respective mailboxes. Clapping his hands together as if to brush off dust, he looks right at me. Squinting his eyes, it's almost like he's trying to judge or... How do you pronounce that word again? I keep forgetting. Because I thought it was gauge, but it's not. Gauge, that's what it was.
I gotta admit, you're a bit different than I expected. That's surprising, since I'm usually a good judge of character. You'd make an interesting subject to write about, you know.
I shrug, unsure of how to respond to such a thing.
Now I'm getting ahead of myself. I apologize. Let's just stick to the plan. Bottle of wine, Rebel HQ. I have a new target, so I should probably get going.
He smiles at me and rests a hand on my shoulder.
There's not many people I can talk to about this kind of stuff. If I have to be honest, I'd say I'm kind of glad that you caught me. Next time we talk, it'll be your turn to spill some secrets. All right?
Fair enough. With a sly smirk, he slowly walks away from the mailbox. I guess now I know a little bit more about Pro's true nature. But in a time of war, I guess you had to resort to stuff like that. Dominic must only allow it out of necessity. I'm sure Pro would stop this behavior once the war was over. So rather than condemn him, I chose to take him up on his offer. Learning more about him over a drink could prove to be entertaining. And at the end of the day, it wouldn't hurt to make another friend. I turn back to the tavern, ready to move on to the next step. Okay. Let's see here. I examine the shelves looking for anything of note. I don't find much except for a piece of some current news. Couldn't hurt to get a better perspective of Alestia's current state. Resting my back against the shelf, I start to read it. Seems to be about Alarinthia, Ulrich's homeland. Apparently things aren't going very well over there.
Alarinthia's civil conflict. Could the next tournament held in Alarinthia's Colosseum be the last? That's the hope of a new uprising run by a mysterious woman known only as Vivian. Wanting to change Alarinthia's form of government into something more modern, she hopes to bring peace and organization to the otherwise savage lands. While the current tribe leader of Alarinthia has always had the ability to change the rules, none have been interested in anything other than retaining their leadership and proving their strength in Alarinthia's deadly arena tournaments. If Vivian's forces were victorious, she would have the ability to completely rewrite the rules that govern Alarinthia. However, because she is approaching the upcoming tournament with brains rather than brawn, it would require a miracle to secure victory. Chances are, Alarinthia will likely remain under the grip of Draku's strength. However, Vivian's ideals are likely to live on. Perhaps one day things will change. A recent Mazayan news article.
I wonder who this Vivian is. Ulrich would definitely side with someone like her. He thinks that Alarinthia should be more like the mainland.
So, you ever drink this stuff before?
He motions up to the bar, gesturing broadly at everything. I've never seen bottles of alcohol like that, so I'm totally clueless. We're in a completely different region of Alestia. It's all new to me.
You'll have to join me. I can pick out the good stuff. Without me, you'd just be wasting time. Half the stuff on display isn't even that good. To be honest, they keep a lot of the good stuff down there.
He points underneath the bar. Guess that made sense.
Cheers, by the way.
He holds up his glass before taking a huge swig of ale. Okay, this is obviously before the heart-to-heart.
It just doesn't compare to what they had at Peregrino. Anyway, I'll let you take care of your business. I'm right here.
So, are you having a drink?
Hey, Fortem.
No, I'm good. There's too much to focus on.
You gotta do it sometime, you know?
Maybe after all this blows over.
That could take forever. You should take some time to unwind.
Are you getting something?
Yeah, I'm still deciding though. I don't know any of this stuff on the menu. It's like we're in a completely different world.
Didn't Ulrich have to buy you that apple earlier? Where are you getting the money to order this stuff?
Oh, good question. I'm used to the way things are in Valenorth. Almost everything is provided to us because of our roles.
Yeah, fair enough. Maybe you should go sweet talk Ulrich. If it's on him, maybe I'll consider trying something.
Sounds good. I think he likes me, so this'll be easy. Wait here. We'll try the fanciest thing on the menu.
I mean, considering what happened last time, he might like you. Let's see.
So, are you having a...
No,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
I thought
maybe-
it was different
Sorry.
dialogue there.
Yeah.
Didn't Ulrich?
Oh,
Oh yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah, fair enough.
sounds good.
I'm good, Silver. I'm good. I just have to go. Thank you. Alright. I don't think there's anything else. Just the thing again. Yeah. That again. Okay. Nothing else here. That is a-okay. Alright. Map. Let's go over to the mayor's house. We follow after Domek and embark on what seems like an endless journey. Oh, fair enough, Cosmic. It's all good. However, after an hour or so of walking, we end up in a residential area. The buildings here are built beautifully, very different from before.
Wow, this place looks incredible. My town square was a little bit off. Not the best first impression, if you ask me.
It's a sign of wealth to live far away from the markets. Only those who work live near the town square. Once you've got it made, you move out here.
That is, of course, unless you're important to Mazeo. Grizz gets to live here free of charge for his services. That offer even extends to Lilith, his assistant.
You mean like our elder back in Valenorth?
Yeah, exactly. So make sure to be careful. In this district, pretty much everyone is royalty. Or at least they expect to be treated that way.
Alright, thanks for the advice, Domek.
She moves to the back of the group, almost like she's worried. We continue to walk, but not for much longer. Domek stops in his tracks.
To your right, Grizz's office. Sorry it took a while, but you know how it is. It'll be an even longer trek back to our new HQ.
He laughs and motions to the nearby building. It stood out from the rest in both quality and size.
It's time for you to tell us what's going on. I hate being left in the dark like this. You know that.
Of course. You know I'm a man of my word. I just didn't like talking about the stuff in the town square.
He cracks his knuckles like he's preparing for something. He faces toward Valessa, Fortam, and myself with a smile. It's almost like he assumes that Ulrich and Pro are up to speed.
Well, as you know, Mazio is rampant with piracy. All of that chaos needs some sort of order, right? 2 pirates have risen to the challenge, Alex and Nada.
Oh yeah, they were brought up last time.
Unifying all the pirates isn't an easy task, but they did it. They have established trade routes in the largest fleet in the world. We want to strike a deal with them and gain some ships. Easy, right? When we attack Balteus, we won't be able to hold back. Having enough ships to carry our massive army over is essential. And if we can get the pirates to fight with us, even better. Grizz made it clear that he wants to cut a deal. In order to win them over, we'll need to bend to their will. However, after learning that Alex and Nada have started to fight, now we have to choose who we side with. They both want different things, but they both offer ships. That's why we're here. I imagine they're waiting inside.
He speaks with such passion and enthusiasm. It's enthralling. It was clear that he truly cared about Alistia and its people.
The future of Mazeo is likely going to change. It's so exciting. I'll negotiate with them and Grizz will make any necessary decrees. I just want my favorite people present. So that's why you're all here.
He smiles and turns back to Ulrich and Pro.
I trust there aren't any objections.
Ulrich scoffs, crossing his arms.
You sure upped the scale of our attack. I thought we just planned to steal a few ships, but now you want an entire fleet? What changed?
We need to give this our all if we're going to win. But remember, we have a world to reshape when we're done. Striking a deal with the pirates is something that needs to happen. I mean, we could wait until after the war, but if we do it now, we stand a better chance of winning. Plus, the people need to know that we're capable rulers too.
Fair enough. I concede.
Ulrich smiles, the promise of more power and might appealing his curiosity.
That's brilliant, Domek! Taking care of 10 problems with one move, as usual. I'm just glad that they get to see for themselves now.
He motions to Valessa, Fortem, and I. That seemed like a sound strategy, to be honest. Gain military might and prove himself capable of leadership. The people would need to know that he's worth following. Releasing Mazeo from the grip of the Triumvirate would be a great start. Oh, there's a spelling error here. Whoops. And thankfully, Grizz was on our side. This wouldn't be possible otherwise.
Well, I guess it's time. I'm a little nervous, but I'll manage.
With a quick smirk, he's on his way inside. Pro and Ulrich go too, expecting us to follow suit. No worries, Vol. Thanks for hopping in, though. I appreciate it.
Man, things are sure busy around here. I hope we get to rest when we get to our HQ.
Come on, Fortem. It's interesting. We're watching history in the making here.
If it's history, then it'll be in a book. I'd just sleep and read it when I get up.
They talk amongst themselves as they enter Grizz's house. I guess I should hurry in so I don't miss anything. Signs point in every possible direction. They're labeled things like Town Square and Residential District. A couple of the others say Docks and Church of Triumvirate. I guess it was easy to find directions to Mazeo. Seems that the Rebel HQ is in the opposite direction. As I've learned, located in tunnels underneath the church. But stealing the tunnels underneath the Triumvirate's church? Something about that seems incredibly risky to me. I'm sure Dominic knows what he's doing, though. The residential district seems to go on forever, but it's all flat. There's no elevation like in Valnorth. Back at home, social status was determined by how high you live. The elder lives right at the top since he's the most important. I was given a house right next to the main street, an easy walk to Milas's. I wonder how social status is determined in Mazeo. Maybe I'll ask Dominic. Griz's house has a massive tree right next to it. At the very top, I can see some apples growing. Perhaps those are the same ones Fortem likes? Either way, they seem well maintained and fresh. Perhaps this is Griz's food of choice as well. Griz's house is much more impressive than the others. It stands just as tall, but it's easily twice as wide. You must have tons of free space in there. Okay, not much else around here from the looks of it. Whoa! When I enter Griz's house, I'm taken aback by how massive it is. Front desk, probably for his assistant, rests near the front door. But behind it is a massive atrium with a staircase leading up. I'm willing to bet that Griz's office is at the top of the staircase. I look around and find Dominic, Ulrich, and Pro chatting with a woman. This must be the assistant that Dominic mentioned earlier. After noticing me enter, she quickly approaches us. Valessa and Fortem retreat behind me, leaving me in charge. I take a step forward and introduce myself to her without hesitation.
I've heard so much about you, Cirrus. It's a pleasure to finally meet you in person.
She puts her hand forward and I give her a firm handshake. Valessa and Fortem seem immediately at ease, as she's very friendly. For a moment, I'm not entirely sure what they were expecting.
I'm guessing that's the Blade of Exodus.
She tilts her head toward my back.
You can take that cloak off in here, by the way. Everybody in this office knows what's going on. There's no need to hide around Grizz, or myself.
I nod and remove the makeshift hood covering my head. I feel the fresh Mazaean air on my face for the first time.
Come back here with the rest of us, alright? I think they're almost ready to head upstairs.
She motions to the main landing area of the atrium. We move past her desk, which acts almost like a barrier. I'm assuming she acts as Grizz's guard as well, standing watch. After a few moments, we regroup with the others. They're talking amongst themselves, but Lilith brings that to an end. Clapping her hands together once and very loudly, their attention is grabbed.
Sorry, Lilith. Just lots to think about at the moment. I'm almost nervous to walk up there, if I'm honest.
There's no need to be nervous, Dominic. It won't be any different from the last time you were here. Just a few added bodies, that's all. Not the end of the world.
I just don't want to make the wrong choice. There's a lot riding on this, Lilith.
Have you made the wrong choice in the past?
Well, I don't think so.
Then you'll be fine. Besides, Alex and Nada aren't too bad. They're both playing ball to get what they want. That means they'll have to be on their best behavior. So if being in the presence of pirates was a worry for...
Grim! Oh my god, thank you so much for the raid, dude. How was your stream? I think I was peeking over. I think you were playing Sly 3, right? And welcome on in, Raiders. For those that don't know who I am, my name is Sky Blue Arts, or you can call me Serena. I'm a 2D animator and artist, and I'm also a variety streamer. Welcome on in, guys. Hope you had a fantastic time over on Grim's stream, and I hope you enjoy your stay here. For those that didn't come from the raid, please go follow Grim. He's one of the mods over here. Very lovely, sweet bean. Can be chaotic at times, but you know. That's just how mods be, I guess. But yeah, please go give him a follow if you haven't already. It was good. I'm enjoying Sly 3 more than I did Sly 2. Heck yeah, well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. PJ, hi, welcome on. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm glad you've been enjoying the Sly Cooper games. That's really, really good. I think I did hear that the second one wasn't as good. But obviously I can't really say because I never played them, so... That me? Chaotic? Never. Uh-huh. Oh, goodness me. Raiders, if you need to raid and dash, by the way, I totally understand. I know how it is after a stream, so please do the post-stream self-care if you need to by getting something to eat, drink, stretch, or get some sleep. Whatever you need to do, just make sure you look after yourself. But of course, if you want to stick around in the meantime, you are more than welcome to. Of course, my earbud dies as soon as I show up here. Had to switch to the other. Oh, no! Oh no, Big B, that sucks. Also, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well, dude. Good to see you. Alright. But yeah, we're currently playing some Winds of Change, which is a furry visual novel. This is the third stream that we're in for this game. We just arrived in the city in Mazeo, which we came from Valinor, and we're just about to meet the mayor, Grizz. So, yeah.
Oh, no, that's not it at all. I'm more than happy to work with the pirates. You're right, though. I have a good track record.
He lets out a nervous laugh before looking up to the top of the stairs.
I guess that'll have to do. Are they ready?
Yeah, they're expecting all of you. It might be a bit crowded, but you'll manage.
Did you happen to overhear anything? You know, so I don't go in blind?
Unfortunately, no. They're being very discreet.
Oh well, worth a shot. I guess it's finally time to do this. Are you ready, everybody?
He looks at all of us one by one and we nod. Doing alright, just dealing with sudden shifts in temperature messing with my head. Yeah, I've been hearing that the temperatures have been really fluctuating over the last, 24 hours, which is absolutely insane. Which I'm really sorry that you guys are having to deal with that right now. Good grief. Because, I mean, Fox was telling me earlier, he was telling me that yesterday it was really warm. It was 80-something Celsius Fahrenheit. Or, sorry, Celsius Fahrenheit. Yeah, that makes sense. It was 80-something Fahrenheit. My bad, sorry. And now it's, snowing. So, yeah, that's, a drastic change in weather. I could tell he's trying to delay this, but I'm not sure why.
Grizz will give me a debriefing when you're done. I know you're busy, so after this, just go on your way. Lots to do and little time to do it, right?
80 Celsius with what? Yeah, that was my bad. That was my bad. Did you say 80 Fahrenheit? How? I don't know. It's near 1 to 2 Celsius here now. Well, I guess today it was around 20. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's a massive change. How can it just go from that in the space of 24 hours? Good grief. So Grizz will give me a debriefing when you're done. I know you're busy, so after this, just go on your way. That's lots to do and little time to do it, right? Okay. She glances at me and the sword on my back before walking away. It seemed this quick detour wasn't going to be quick at all. During these negotiations, everything could change. Yin Fang, hi, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Weather could be, or must be, as extreme as the pajamas. I guess so. Summary temperatures. Oh, summary temperatures, and now there's a chance of snow. Yeah, that is just insane. I think right now it's for me. It's 11 Celsius, which is what's that in Fahrenheit? Like 51 or 52 Fahrenheit, basically. So, you know, it's okay. Hopefully Dominic would be able to get what he needs. I just hope that the pirates' demands aren't too extreme. The high ground, they have the right to request anything. We all look at the top of the stairs, ready to get things moving. This would be a very important moment for Dominic and the rebels. To that end, we shouldn't keep Grizz waiting for too much longer. Got a bit of banter up here. Okay. Let's look around. There's a book sitting wide open on one of the desks. It seems to be a news article and recently written too. I inspected it further and learned that it details Mazeo's piracy.
The blurred lines of piracy. The pirates of Mazeo undertake the importing and exporting of illicit goods. Everything else is handled by the Mazeo Shipping Company, and there is little else that divides the two factions. They both have established trade routes, a large group of workers and clients all over Alestia. Many people see the pirates as harmless individuals, simply looking to make a living by seizing opportunities that others don't. The way that pirates are treated today is vastly different than before the Triumvirate's occupation of Mazeo. Was that intentional? We have to wonder if this was the Triumvirate's goal. When asked his opinion on this matter, the local pirate lord Alex had this to say. I find it hard to believe that a small piece of paper is all that stands in the way of me and my people living an honest life. We don't hurt anybody or put anyone in danger. The people of Mazeo are clinging to a legal decree that makes no sense. I'd like to see the trade bans lifted and me and my people introduced into society as honest workers. That is my dream, and I continue to fight for it. When asked for her opinion, Nada, the other pirate lord, refused to comment.
Oh, okay. I guess things are more complex than I thought. It's almost like Alex is fighting for more rights. All that divides the groups in one piece of paper? Important papers are strewn about the desk. It's not my business to read them, but curiosity overtakes me. I slowly approach the desk and try my best to make out what I can. It seems to be a bunch of papers regarding upcoming shipments. It's correspondence between Grizz and the Mazeo Shipping Company. Underneath those papers is letters between Grizz and the Triumvirate.
Hey, get away from there. Those papers aren't for your eyes. That's top secret. Only for the mayor.
Then why leave them out in the open like that? That's exactly what I was just thinking. Suddenly, freaking horn honks. Okay then. Then why, before I can continue, she gathers them up and takes them away. She's running all over the place. Lilith must be a busy girl. 36 Fahrenheit or 23 Celsius yesterday, down to 36 Fahrenheit or 2. Bloody hell, that is insane. That's the door that leads to Grizz's office. Quite the dramatic sight, if you ask me. It definitely makes him feel important. Underneath the stairs rests some sort of contraption. A I had to guess, it would be a statue representing a spirit idol. There's an artist's name and date on it. Must have been expensive. I hope this has been good though. I know of it, but not too much. I've been enjoying it so far. Like it's not perfect, but I mean, I'm enjoying the character interactions. So yeah. All right, let's start the banjo. Let's go with Valessa and Lilith first.
Hey, Lilith.
Yeah?
Is there a library in Museo? Like a place to read up on the spirits? I have some stuff I'd like to look into.
Unfortunately, no. The Triumvirate seized all of that long ago. Rumor has it they've stuffed it all in Balteus.
You mean at the Grand Library?
Yeah, but I don't know for sure. It's just ancient rumors at this point.
Ancient?
There's a group of people that say so, yeah. They think life existed on Alestia before the Triumvirate. When they took over, they just stole any writing saying otherwise.
That's impossible.
Hey, I didn't say they were a smart group. But nobody's been to the Grand Library to see. The Triumvirate keeps such a tight grip on Balteus.
So they can't prove their theories. But at the same time, we can't disprove them.
Exactly. Unless you visit the Grand Library. You are going to Balteus, right?
Yeah, Caustic, it's been doing that throughout the game. Like, there was times where Valessa would just briefly pop up mid-transition. It just seems to be a thing that happens throughout the game.
That's the end goal, yeah.
Then maybe we'll find out soon. Whatever knowledge they have in there, we deserve to know. I'm sure Domic will open its doors to everybody after the war.
Okay. Now 410.
Who do you side with, Lilith?
What do you mean? Like, between Alex and Nada?
Yeah, the pirates. I was just curious, that's all.
Well, I don't know their demands. That would play a big part in my choice. But even then, it's not my place to decide.
That pro jump scare, yeah.
Oh, I'm not asking you to decide. It's just a hypothetical question. Hey, take your time. It's not an easy decision after all.
Alex, hands down.
Or you could answer instantly. But why Alex? What makes him better?
He treats me with respect, that's what. Nada, on the other hand, well, that's a different story. The way I look at things, there's two types of people. Those that use others as stepping stones for success, and those that respect others, rising to the top together. Nada is the former, and Alex is the latter. She's ruthless.
Where was his patience 30 minutes ago? Yeah, honestly, like, where was his patience when we had to decide who the elder was?
She's pretty much double-crossed everybody but Grizz. If that ever happens, trust me, I won't be surprised at all.
How do we know we can trust her then?
Well, her and Alex have the edge in negotiations. They have what we want, so they can demand anything. I have no doubt that Nada will try to gain power and influence. These are the things she'd usually stab others in the back for, but now she has an opportunity to get it just by helping Grizz.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. She's only in it to get what she wants.
Yeah, and Alex, on the other hand, I'm sure his demands will benefit more than him. That's just the type of guy he is, so I like him more.
All right. Thanks for the information.
No problem, little one.
Okay. I don't think there's much else around here. Yeah. Alright, I guess we'll move on. We all enter the office in sync, and everyone inside stares at us. It's odd, but at first glance, I could tell exactly who everybody is. Nada takes a few steps forward, a sly smirk on her face.
Late, are you? Good to know your word is trustworthy. It's not like this is important or anything like that.
Whoa. That's a character design. It's clear bait, and Dominic doesn't take it at all. Instead, he smirks back and approaches Grizz and the pirates.
Actually, this meeting doesn't start until I arrive. So, Nada, you're actually early. Very obedient of you. A bit softer than your reputation cites, but I'll let it slide.
She struggles to conjure up a comeback and simply shrugs. Dominic approaches Grizz's desk and waves us all over. It isn't much longer until we're all cramped together.
Grizz, I'd like to introduce you to the CRS.
I take a step forward and offer a hand to Grizz. He rises from his chair and gives my hand a firm shake.
It's an honor to meet you, Cirrus. And those two must be your friends.
I nod as he looks at Valessa and Fortem.
Say, have you three been to Museo before? I can't put my finger on it, but you look familiar.
I shake my head and he promptly returns to his chair. He looks at all of us one by one and lets out a loud sigh.
Oh well, not that it matters anyway. I'd like to thank you all for coming to my office. Today we discuss the matter of Domek and the pirates.
What have you got for me, Grizz? Surely you have their demands laid out on the table.
Also, I'm just remembering the first time when we saw these two interact. I still think there's a thing going on between them.
Yes, of course. I made them write up their demands in private. I didn't want them influencing each other in any certain direction.
Like, I don't mean as in, like, oh, they're in a relationship, but I feel like there is an interest going on between these two. He points to two pieces of paper resting on his table. They're turned upside down so nobody could read them.
Here's how this is going to work. Neither pirate knows which paper is theirs. Domek, you and your allies are to read each one. Afterwards, each pirate is to explain their demands out loud. This is to make sure they haven't gotten greedy or changed their mind. We also need some witnesses, which is why I had you bring some friends. At that point, Domek may converse with his allies. When a decision is made, we will both sign the chosen demands. To avoid any conflict, neither pirate will learn if they were chosen. When everybody leaves, the demands will be mailed back. The pirate that receives a signed paper today will know they were chosen. There is no time for drama or infighting on my property. Understand?
I understand.
Dominic looks over to Nada and Alex, awaiting their approval.
Yeah, I understand.
Me too.
Dominic places his hands on the desk and looking over the papers. But before taking any actions, he turns his head toward me.
CRS, I'd like your input on this. You're no stranger to tough decisions, right?
God, okay.
I'd like to see how you think about this kind of stuff. You must have had some reason to keep Peregrino, right? I'd like to see your process, for the lack of a better word.
I nod and walk up to the desk, standing beside him. We stare down at the two papers, hesitant.
You may begin the first phase. Remain silent, but read the papers over.
A few moments later, Dominic grabs one of the papers. He inches closer to me and slowly turns it around. It's Alex's offer. He wants the trade bans to be lifted from Museo. If this is done, the pirates must all be offered jobs in the Museo shipping company. Piracy will be no more and Museo will turn into a nation of free trade. In exchange, he can offer the ships and crew of those who side with him. This makes up approximately 35% of the total pirates in Museo. He cannot guarantee how Nada's followers will react to this change. Dominic places the paper face down and quickly grabs the other one. He shows no expression, wearing the perfect poker face. Turning the paper around, it's time to see the other half. It's Nada's offer. She wants Museo to be divided into two. If this is done, all of the pirates will move to a new nation out of Museo's way. Of course, she must be declared head of this new pirate nation. Furthermore, her demands include more details about the division of Museo. It's done so in a fashion that gives both sides equal market and residential space. Museo currently owns all of this, so it would negatively affect the nation. In exchange, she could offer approximately 65% of the total pirates in Museo. This includes a massive arsenal of ships, making Alex's offer seem inconsequential. Both demands share one thing in common. Pirates' criminal records are to be wiped. Dobby places the second paper face down and shrugs.
Well, I guess that's it then.
Grizz nods.
Indeed. We can move on to Phase 2. Alex and Nada, it's your turn to step forward. Your verbal demands must match the papers.
In response to Grizz's order, they both stepped forward. This whole thing seemed incredibly well thought out. There was no room for error in any possible way.
My demands are quite simple, actually. All pirates will have their criminal records erased. Furthermore, the trade bans will be lifted from Mazeo. Pirates will be publicly pardoned and no longer ostracized. They will be offered jobs within the Mazeo Shipping Company. Our clients, our cargo, and our trade routes will all carry over as well. This will reintroduce us to society and legitimize all of our efforts. Mazeo will be free as it once was, and as it always should be. In exchange, I offer 35% of Mazeo's pirates and their ships.
He takes a few steps back, crossing his arms. Nada scoffs before vocalizing her demands.
I can offer the other 65%. I think that puts me a cut above Alex.
This certainly gets a reaction from others in the room. However, we can't get won over by numbers. We were deciding the future of Mazeo.
I also want all criminal records expunged. However, my other demands are a bit more extreme. I want Mazeo divided in half. I want a new nation born.
I don't know about that one.
All pirates will be moved to this new nation under my lead. Mazeo will no longer be able to interfere with our work. I will determine where the nation is split in half. I want both residential and commercial land. We will be given everything we need to live happily. That is my demand. A new nation built for piracy.
She steps back, content with what she said. Grizz turns to face Domek and myself again.
Does that align with the demands on paper?
Yes, I believe it does. What was the next step again?
You may take some time to think. Talk with your allies, and then give me an answer.
Oh, right, sorry, my mind is all over the place. There's no need to think, I already have my answer.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, of course. This one was simple for me.
He crosses his arms and turns to face me.
Well, what about you? Who would you choose?
Honestly, I'm kind of going off of, not only what's written on paper and what they said, but also kind of going off of the vibe that the characters are giving me with the way they presented it. I don't know. I feel like splitting the nation doesn't seem like a good idea, because I feel like that would just cause more wars, if anything. Or at least potential wars. It would cause a lot of conflict. Yeah, she could offer 65% of the pirates and the ships, but that doesn't mean jack when it doesn't help with everything else. So, honestly, I think I'm gonna go with Alex's one. I feel like that's... I'm scared that Alex is, seeming to be, the most popular one, and, is seemingly that everyone loves, but then he turns out to be an absolute asshole. I'm really afraid that that's going to be the case, but we'll see. But I'm going to go with Alex's. That's my gut, but I've saved here anyway, just in case. I point to the paper that contained Alex's demands. Dominic laughs and then gives me a wide smile.
Great minds think alike, I suppose. Good to know we have the same idea. Let's sign this one, Grizz. It's my final choice.
He points to the same paper and Grizz brings out a quill. They waste no time in signing it, making it an official decree. After that, Grizz rolls both papers up and seals them with wax.
Nada, Alex, thank you both for your kind offers. I'll have these mailed back to you right away. You'll know within a few hours, I'm sure.
Sounds good to me.
This one's as good as mine.
After saying their final words, they both leave. An awkward silence overtakes the room.
You're all free to talk again, you know. We just didn't want Alex and Nada to know Domek's choice.
After hearing that, everybody is at ease. Talking amongst themselves, they theorize who we chose.
Well, Domek?
Who did you choose?
Oh, you'll find out soon enough. Sorry for this little detour, everybody. We can make our way back to HQ now. Though I think we should cut through the docks. It's crowded, but it will make for a nice shortcut. We're already running behind schedule.
He sneers at Pro, who quickly backs off. Ulrich takes the message as well and stops asking.
I hope we got what you needed, Domek. Attacking Balteus will be no easy feat.
We'll be more than fine, Grizz. I trust you can handle things from here?
Wait, what?
Of course. But there may be some contempt coming. Don't be surprised if Alex or Nada comes fuming to you.
Wait, they're planning on starting a battle with Balteus?
Of course. Thank you so much, Grizz. We couldn't do this without you.
Don't worry about it. Just make sure I don't regret this. Crossing the Triumvirate is a bad idea.
They probably mentioned it before and I just forgot. But yeah, what was with the hostility there? That was kind of weird.
You won't, I promise. If you'll excuse us, though, we need to go. I still have to give them the grand tour after all.
Balteus is where the Triumvirate is, so yeah, that's inevitable. Oh, okay. Grizz nods and it seems we're dismissed. I guess our next step was to head to the docks. Domek sure seems excited about this tour.
All right, let's go. I'll make the announcement back at HQ. We have a new ally and a lot more power.
Also, did I just see our morale was 100%? Hold on. Oh, was that 90% before? Wow. Damn. Okay. He holds a closed fist up to his chest, resolute.
We're going to do this. I know it.
And with that, time to get things on the move. I'd finally start training and see the rebellion's new HQ. Alrighty then. Start to inspect the bookshelf, but Grizz quickly stops me.
Hey, don't touch any of that. This is my office, you know.
Chips, thank you for the stream streak. Appreciate it. I still don't trust Dominic. Neither do I. I don't trust him. He crosses his arms and I back away from the shelf. Something tells me I wouldn't want to get on his bad side. Alright, Chips, take care. Grizz's office seems to overlook the Mazaean docks. A massive shipyard full of impressive vessels. I see people loading them up, preparing shipments. I wonder how he could work next to such a loud place. It shows no signs of slowing down, and it's very busy. We'd be heading there next, and I couldn't wait. I'm not really too bothered about that, Caustic. I mean, I can understand why, but I'm not too bothered about it. Oh, James! Freaking... No! None of that. Grizz's desk reminds me of Milos' place. It's messy, but he still has it under control. Everything is where it needs to be, and it works. It's a map of Alestia. See everything on here. Valinor, Mazeo, Alarinthia, and Balteus. Only the west remains unmapped. Vicious storms and unruly waters get in the way. It's unlikely that anything is out there, though. Now let's hear the banter.
Hey, Grizz?
Yes?
what's with that sheep around your neck?
Oh, you mean Lassiter?
You named it?
I guess?
When I was younger, I used to be a shepherd, but that didn't last long before I served the Triumvirate. They made me kill all my sheep before they accepted me.
Huh.
What?
I guess it was to prove myself. You know, that I'd leave my old life behind. I did what they said, but I kept a souvenir.
Oh, I see.
It's always important to remember where you came from. Did you bring any souvenirs from Valenorth along with you?
Actually, no. Unless my clothes count.
Depends who you're asking.
But, you know, I'm not actually leaving Valenorth behind. We'll save it, and go back one day. I know it. That's one of our goals during this journey.
I see.
Okay. I think I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. Just want to see if there's anything extra that we can do. Look like it. Maybe I'll come back later. Let's go to the docks. When we arrive at the docks, we finally get an up-close view of everything. It's a massive shipyard, with vessels both arriving and departing. People run in every direction, a mixture of workers and pirates. I suppose they share the same workspace. It's interesting how I can discern a pirate from their clothes and demeanor. After a few steps into the shipyard, we are surrounded by tons of people.
Hey, stick close to me. Wouldn't want to get lost, right?
He inches closer to me, and we make our way through the shipyard. It must be their busy hour or something, because we could barely move. People bump into us and apologize before moving on their way.
We're heading to that bridge up there.
Points forward to a bridge in the distance. At this rate, it would take hours to get there. Hortem lets out an exasperated sigh.
Seriously? How much longer is this gonna be?
Oh, don't be so dramatic, Fortame. We'll be able to rest before you know it. Enjoy the journey. Museo is beautiful.
All right.
Hortem continues walking, defeated. As we inch our way forward, we start to lose hope. However, it isn't long before that hope is kindled again.
Hey, Domek!
Hello. A voice shouts from high up, and we turn to look. There's a man at the top of one of the ships acting as a lookout. After seeing Domek, he quickly makes his way down to all of us. He slides down a ladder, quickly making his way to the surface. Standing on the edge of the ship, he grips the railing tight.
Where have you been? It feels like I haven't seen you in ages.
He jumps over the edge of the ship, landing on the ground with style. Why is he making me think of John Smith? He looks nothing like him, but yet he's making me think of John Smith from Pocahontas. Maybe it's, do you know what? I think it's the blouse. Maybe that's what it is. Or maybe it's John Rolfe I'm more so thinking of. I don't know. Regardless, it made me think of Pocahontas. I could tell he's a pirate, and he must be another ally. That was good. Maybe the yeah, I think it's the shirt. I think it's maybe John Rolfe I'm thinking more so of, rather than John Smith. In the upcoming battle, we'd need as many allies as possible.
Grayson, it's so good to see you again. Don't worry, it's nothing personal. I'm just busy. We've been cooking up something really special.
Special, huh? Well, that's all you had to say. You know I've got your back in everything.
Dominic steps closer and whispers in Grayson's ear. Oof! Hi, Slushy! No doubt he's confiding in Grayson about our recent choice.
Oh, an alliance? Beautiful. We'll be working together more then. And I must say, you made a fine decision, Dominic.
Alright, the ads are about to start, so I'm going to pause here for a minute just so that people don't miss out on the dialogue. Oh. How you guys doing in chat, though? You guys doing alright? What the heck? Skyfox is live? I was just looking on Twitch and I just see that he's gone live. What the heck? Doing fine, just trying to figure out why my scanner ain't working. Oof. So exhausted, I'm just lying on my bed. Oh, bless. Oh, that's why he's live today. Okay, that makes sense. I just looked on his Discord server. So I was just like, what the heck is he doing live on a Thursday? I just realized why. He has a sponsored stream, which I just found out about. But also, because it's Mother's Day here in the UK on Sunday, he's wanting to spend time with his family. So that's another reason. So, makes sense. So I'm just gonna grab something. The ads. Nice music. Yeah, the music is really nice in this game. Alrighty, welcome back, commands, everyone. Sorry about that, and also thank you for your patience. Appreciate it. Let's get back into it. He smiles and makes an interesting signal with his arms. How's Tabby feeling now? Any better? He seems to be doing better. He's not feeling like death at the very least, which is good. I think he just had a bit of a head cold. Um, he's not sniffling or sneezing as much. So yeah, I think he's slowly getting better. A few moments later, a bunch of people in our way quickly move.
Gotta get back to the church, I'm guessing? Sorry about my crew. They're good at getting in the way. In fact, I'm not sure what else they're good for these days.
Between every few words, he glances behind Damek. His eyes shift between Valessa, Fortem, and myself.
Can I help you with something?
Oh, sorry, not at all. He just looks familiar, that's all. Like some pirates Nada used to work with.
Huh.
Familiar? Chris said the same thing, actually. Just one of those faces, I guess.
Not just any faces, mind you. I was taken aback because you looked like legends. A few infamous pirates from back in the day, you know?
Pirates? No relation, I assure you.
Maybe past relatives? She laughs and Grayson nods.
Yeah, just a small world.
It seems like he's unsure if that's an insult or not. And for that matter, so does Valessa. Grayson lets it slide. A few moments later, he climbs up a netting on the side of the ship. It isn't much longer until he's back to the top of the mast, looking out. He shouts to his crew, and they move aside, leaving an open trail for us. Were all of these pirates his crew? He must be a man of great influence.
It's always good to have friends in high places.
There's still people wandering the shipyard, but not as many as before. In fact, we'd be able to continue forward without any issue at all.
That was Grayson. We go way back. He's a great ally, and he'll have our back no matter what. I doubt he cares whether we sided with Alex or Nada.
That was good. His crew seemed massive. The ship as well was in pristine condition.
Well then, on we go?
As he talks, he motions to the bridge once more. We give each other some space, happy to be moving freely again. I guess we could resume our journey without any struggles. Okay. Ooh, that's something up here for Sophie. Okay. Check out the interactions around here first, and then we'll do the heart-to-heart with Valessa. There's a massive ship docked, surrounded by workers. They seem to be dressed as pirates, though. Must be a part of Mazeo's shipping company.
Wow, that ship is so cool! Will our ships be like that, Dominic?
Of course, we have only the best. Actually, ours might be better.
Why is that?
Pirates put more care into their ships. They don't just work on them, they live on them. The other people have homes to go back to.
So pirates are homeless?
Well, not exactly. A ship still counts as a home, they just share it with their crew.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. So ours will be even fancier than that? That's pretty hard to imagine. I'm excited.
Yeah, just be very careful. Pirates are super protective of their homes.
Makes
If
sense.
you broke something, well, let's not think about that.
I mean, it makes sense they would be protective of their homes.
Yikes.
There's a massive bridge on the other side of the docks. According to Dominic, that's the bridge we'd be traversing. At the other end of the bridge, I could see an old building.
Looks pretty impressive, doesn't it? Mazeo is largely above water, so bridges are common. But there's a couple of main bridges, architectural wonders. We'll actually be crossing Mazeo's biggest bridge. I hope you're not scared of heights, Ceres.
He smiles and motions towards the very bridge I was inspecting.
Our church is just on the other side. I can't wait for you to see it. It's amazing. Just stick close to me. It won't be too long.
There's a bunch of houses lining the docks. They look fancy. Workers come and go, telling me that it's a place of business. Near the back, I notice that the houses are more run down. Pirates move back and forth between these houses. I guess society only left them scraps to work with. Hopefully things will be better for them soon.
What are these?
Traps.
Traps for what?
Seafood.
No. We don't have that back in Valinor. How do these things work exactly?
Well, these ones are mainly for lobster. It traps them inside and they're emptied out every day. Once a week, they're sold off in the market square for food.
So you capture them only to eat them.
Yeah?
I don't know how I feel about that. They're just minding their own business down there. Why should we snatch them up and kill them just like that?
Well, I mean, what else do you eat?
Because they taste good.
Okay, let's do the heart to heart.
Hey.
Or not the heart to heart, just conversation, I guess. Being such a Sagittarius, oh my god. What do you think of Mazeo so far?
It's interesting, to say the least. It's a lot busier than I thought it would be. It makes Valinor look dead by comparison. I'm actually longing for that peace again, though. This place is chaotic. There's so much going on. Hopefully the Rebel HQ will be a bit like home.
And imagine for someone that is so used to quiet places, this is kind of like overstimulating for them. So I could understand that. What do you think of Dalmek?
He seems to know what he's doing. I mean, I had some doubts going into this actually, but he's proven himself to be a capable leader.
So far, anyway.
I like how charismatic he is, you know? It's a lot easier to follow somebody like that. Some people demand respect. He earns it.
I guess, yeah. I'm still a little bit suspicious of him, but yeah. What are your thoughts on Pro?
To be honest, I'm actually not sure. He seems nice, but I have my doubts. There's just something about him, you know? It doesn't help that he likes to cheat people. That's probably it. He is on our side, though, so I doubt we have to worry about him cheating us.
What do you think about Ulrich?
He's the strongest person I've ever met. I'm sure he'll be protecting us a lot in the future. I don't really have anything bad to say about him. He can be stern, but he has the best intentions. I mean, he has no patience for wasting time. Him and Fortin make an interesting combo.
Yeah, that they do. How are things between you and Fortin?
Pretty good, actually. I was worried, you know, about some of the choices you had to make. We've never really let them get between us, though.
I mean, that's good.
Unless there's something he's not telling me, but I doubt it. He's always been fully open with me in the past. I wouldn't worry about anything at all, Cirrus.
Not too much there, then. Alright, let's see what's going on with Sophie. Sophie and his crew wandered the crowded docks of Mazeo. They stuck close together to ensure that Shane didn't run away. Close to the rebellion's home, Sophie was sure it crossed his mind.
Well, you sure seem a lot happier. Back on the boat, all you did was mope around.
Sophie scoffed, turning to face his apprentice.
Seasickness, I suppose. As old as I am, I've never really gotten used to it.
You can't be too much older than me.
Right. Sorry.
Besides, I think I know what's going on. You realize something about the Triumvirate?
Yes, I did. I see through the trick now. It was a good idea, I'll give them that.
Trick?
Yes, to put my loyalty to the test. There's no way what they told me was true. They merely want to see if I'll waver.
I see.
That's why they wouldn't tell you either. This was a test, meant only for me.
So, what happens now that you've passed?
I guess I'll find out once we return. I'm just glad that I can focus on the mission now.
Right, I'm glad too, I suppose. On the boat, you were in no condition to perform.
After a few minutes of walking, Sophie stops in his tracks. Halen and Shane bump into his back, causing him to stumble over.
Master?
Oh, sorry. Just a lot on my mind.
Oh, we're not lost, are we?
Toby stares at a cloaked figure in the distance. He smirks as he watches them walk through the docks with the group. A large item affixed to their back sways with each of their heavy steps.
No, not at all.
Oh. Did he notice us? Is that what happened? Fine. Interesting. After what feels like ages, we reach to the end of the bridge. We all stop and catch our breath and let our legs relax. Dominic wipes some sweat from his brow, laughing.
Bit of a workout, isn't it? Hopefully the trek was worth it. So, what do you think of our home?
Stands proud, staring at the nearby church. After getting our bearings back, we look on in awe.
Whoa. This place is crazy. I've never seen anything like it before.
Yeah, it sure stands out, doesn't it? Don't worry, that works to our advantage. When hiding, I find the most obvious spot is the best.
I guess they'd never expect their own church. But here's a question. Why are there only 2 statues? It's the triumvirate, right? Shouldn't there be 3?
I don't know, actually. It's a bit odd when you think about it. Maybe they didn't have enough space?
He laughs, awkwardly shuffling in place. Perhaps he found his ignorance embarrassing.
I trust you're ready for the grand tour?
I nod, looking over to Valessa and Forten. It seemed our long journey was over. We were here. This was our new home, whether we liked it or not.
Yeah, I can't wait to see.
I'm game. Let's do this.
They both smile, ready to get things moving. Dame takes a few steps up the stairs and waves me over.
After you, of course. It would be rude to do this any other way. An esteemed guest of ours should always be first.
I nod and get ready to enter the church. Ulrich, Pro, Valessa, and Fortem wait for my move. It seems almost everybody respected Dominic's authority. Hi. It's a statue of a cloaked figure. But we're not sure who it's supposed to be. There's only 2 of them. Can't be the triumvirate. If it were, then there'd be 3 statues. Where would the 3rd statue go anyway? Maybe it was just a space limitation thing. Either way, they look mysterious and brooding. Makes the entire church give off an eerie vibe. Architectural style wasn't helping it either. It's kind of giving me like Notre Dame vibes in a way. Just obviously on a smaller scale. Yes. The same. Okay, same as before. I'm gonna make sure. That's the bridge we used to come here. It was structurally sound, but didn't feel like it. Part of me was scared it'd fall apart from under us. Dominic showed no signs of worry, however. That put me at ease, since he was a local. If he was scared, I knew I'd be as well. Yeah, that definitely doesn't look very stable. The church looks so out of place. I've never seen anything like it before. It doesn't look Mazaean, that's for sure.
It looks creepy.
It's modeled after Balteus. That's what things look like over there.
And that's where we're going next. Just great. Now I'm even more afraid. Who makes stuff like this anyway?
Your guess is as good as mine. It doesn't fit in with any part of Alestia. Balteus is really distinct. It's kind of cool.
I'll take your word for it.
Let's talk to Pro.
Hey,
Hey, man. Anything else you could tell me about Museo?
not really, to be honest. You've already seen pretty much all it has to offer. It's constantly busy, and it never really stops. I can't even imagine living close to the docks. They work overnight, so it'd be too loud to sleep. The best places are either Grizz's area or our HQ. So maybe we can talk more about that once you see it. It's so silent underground you can hear almost everything. Makes it pretty easy to sleep. If you get the time, that is.
What are your thoughts on Valessa?
She's pretty cool. Seems to be pretty by the book. I mean, I don't see her breaking any laws or anything. I don't roll like that. Obviously, I live in a moral gray area. That's not to say she's uninteresting, though. I just don't see myself getting too close to her. It's better for me to stick to like-minded people.
Kelpie, hi, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Is there only one female romance option in this? I don't know. So far we've run into, like, in total we've run to like 2 female characters, and the rest of them are male. But I don't know if that second one is... Actually, no, wait, we came across the 3 female characters, my bad. But I don't think one of them is a romance option. So, yeah.
Who knows? Maybe she'll prove me wrong. War has its way of compromising almost everybody. I was born into this life, but I'm sure others can adapt to it.
What do you think about 410?
Now, he's a guy I could see myself getting along with.
Yeah?
Can't wait to spend some more time with him in our HQ. He speaks his mind, he's energetic, and he's careless.
I could see those 2 getting along, honestly. It is heavily weighted male. Yeah, like, the majority of the cast are male.
Wait, am I talking about him or myself right now? Yeah, you get the idea. We're like peas in a pod. I'm sure we'll have no shortage of good times.
What's your thoughts on me?
Whoa, you sure like putting me on the spot. I think you're cool. I mean, from what I've seen. At first, I didn't really have a clue, but it's better now. You've had to make some tough decisions, Cirrus. That's one way to gain my respect. Push through adversity. I still want a one-on-one interview with you in the future, though. It seems like you're starting to become quite important. I'd hate myself if I missed the opportunity to probe your mind. That's something we can talk about later on, though. We're busy.
If it's a good game, might pick it up. I almost romanced the one guy in the game called Hush Hush. Oh my goodness. I mean, like, if you're into visual novels, I definitely recommend this game. I'm enjoying it so far. The character, I mean, like, I love the art in this game. The music is lovely. There's still a lot of details in the story that I'm a bit lost on. It is a lot to process, but I definitely recommend giving it a go at least. How often do you walk this far?
Well, pretty much every day. Except for the last couple of weeks since I was in Valenorth. It's not too bad once you get used to it. I absolutely adore walking.
Fair, I can see that.
It just takes some getting used to, that's all. Sometimes when I have it in me, I can even sprint. Running to the market from our HQ is pretty intense. Nobody is interested in doing it with me, though.
Aww.
I need a workout partner to keep things interesting, you know? Everybody else defines working out as sparring in the barracks.
Oh, I wish there was like an interaction to be like, hey, I could join you for the walks. I totally would have offered that. All right, let's see what's going on with Grizz. Grizz sits at his desk and with his head in his hands, emotionally drained. Lilith enters his office, showing concern, but decides to talk business instead.
Grizz, sir. The papers have been sent back out. Alex and Nada should know momentarily.
Slightly shocked, Grizz shakes his head and rests his hands on his desk.
Thank you, Lilith. I couldn't do this without you.
Ooh, you don't sound too good.
You give me too much credit. I'm just a glorified paper pusher. You do all the heavy lifting, you know.
He sighs and rests back on his chair.
And it's starting to weigh down on me. Lilith, can we talk off the record for a moment?
Of course, sir. Anytime you'd like.
It's about the occupation. As you know, I was involved with it.
Yeah, but that was ages ago. It's all in the past. You're a better man now.
That's the funny thing about the past, Lilith. It always has its way of catching up with you.
Yeesh.
What do you mean?
Honestly, I wouldn't know where to start. But recently, Domek agreed to work with me. I wanted exclusive access to Mazeo's spirit idol.
You lost me.
I want to atone for what I've done, Lilith. So many spirits, trapped in those suits of armor. An eternity of mindless servitude to the Triumvirate.
And you can fix that with the spirit idol?
I hope so. Part of me always had some doubt, but today, I realized that this is my destiny. I can't doubt it or hide from it any longer.
Destiny? I'm not sure I buy into that stuff. I'd rather call the shots myself, you know?
Well, maybe purpose is a better word. At the end of the day, this is still my choice. But I wasn't certain until today. I saw something.
What did you see?
Back during the occupation, I killed so many innocent people, made orphans out of so many children. I've been facing that for the last 20 years, but today was the first time I've faced it in person. It's the Seeress and those 2 companions she had with her.
Oh, okay.
You mean Valessa and Fortem?
Yes, Lilith, all 3 of them. I couldn't put my finger on why they looked familiar, but I just realized it, and I know I need to take action.
So I guess maybe he saw them when they were kids? He placed his head back in his hands, almost ashamed.
Spitting images of people I killed during the occupation. I have no doubt in my mind that their parents died by my hand.
Yeah.
I played a part in condemning them, forcing them into this war.
Clenches his fist, trembling as he looks up at Lilith.
And now, I must play my part in ending it. I'm going to those tunnels, right now.
Oh, he angry. Long story short, you got a week to save one of 6 girls who's gonna meet with a bad fate. But you could change it. They're also Eli, the one guy, not a bad little kid. Okay. Oh, that's the game you're talking about? Okay, so... Yeah, so I guess he killed Fortem and Valessa's parents, and I guess mine as well, in-game? Hi. Whoa. As soon as we enter, Domek walks down the center aisle. He trails a finger along the pews as he does, gathering up dust.
Not much time for triumvirate worship these days.
He makes his way to the spirit idol at the back of the church. Clapping his hands together, he frees himself to dust.
This is the spirit idol of Mazeo. Or so we thought until recently.
Oh. It remains dust-free, unlike the rest of the church. He places a hand on the altar, looking up at the idol.
We assumed it was dim and dying. You know, like the idol back in Valinor. That's not the case at all. We were shocked. The reason it's dim is because it's receiving power. However, the source of the power is deep underground. That's what the Triumvirate has been digging for. The entire reason for their occupation. And now, it's in the hands of the rebellion. First their sword, now the idol they sought.
Turns back to face us, a wide smile on his face.
It would seem the tables are turning. Feel free to rest for a few minutes. There's still a bit of a walk ahead.
Seriously? More walking? When are we gonna get to rest?
Trust me, you'll get plenty of time to rest. Just take a breather before we continue.
He points to the pews before walking over to a door in the back corner.
This door will lead us to the tunnel, Ceres. It's the final stretch, I can promise you that. Whenever you're ready, let's head on down.
He presses his back against the wall and crosses his arms. Everyone seems glad that he was offering us a brief reprieve. I take a few moments to collect myself before we head down. Okay. So this is the spirit idol of Mazeo. At least, that's what they thought until recently. I see why they'd make that mistake, actually. It sure looks like a spirit idol. Well, dying one at least. I think the real one is deep underground. And allegedly, it's massive, full of energy. It'd be the first time I saw an active spirit idol. Pews lined the church, full of dust and signs of neglect. It was almost a statement that no one cared about the Triumvirate. That was a bit hopeful to see. Now I know why Dominic likes this place. It doesn't look like anybody has been here in ages. However, a dust-free trail leads to the door at the back. It's clear that only the rebels have been making use of it. Sun shines with intensity, illuminating the interior of the church. I can see every bit of dust lining the floor and the pews. I guess they spend more time dusting underground. Right, let's talk to Fortem.
Hey.
Hey. What do you think of Mazeo so far?
It's crazy! I don't know what to think. Just when I'm comfortable, something new is thrown at us. The markets, the residential districts, and the docks. Valenorth is pretty much the same no matter where you are. To see things so different? That's a real shocker for me. I'm not sure what my favorite part has been so far.
Yeah, I'd imagine it's a bit of a culture shock. For not only Fortem but Valessa, as we were talking about earlier.
If I had to choose, though, I'd say the residential district. Being able to live free from the noise and free of work, that's like a dream come true. Everywhere is so noisy.
That's fair.
I assume you get used to the noise, but it's still there. You know what I mean, right? You just learn to ignore it. I'd rather not have to do that. It'd make things way easier.
What do you think of Dominic?
He's so cool. I love being around him. I want to learn to be more like him, if I'm honest. Everybody respects him and follows his directions. He's going to make a fine leader after this is over. I actually doubted the rebellion, but he convinced me. This cause is in perfect hands. We're going to do this.
What are your thoughts on Pro?
I didn't trust him at first, but he's growing on me. I know he does a lot of shady things, but only out of necessity. I have no doubt in my mind that after the war is over, he'll change.
Yeah. I could see that. What do you think about Ulrich?
Ulrich is probably my favorite person so far. I mean, he gave me free money earlier. Free! It's all thanks to him that I got to taste a Mazaean apple.
And not only that, you had a interesting moment last time.
That's the one thing I was looking forward to. He's been nothing but friendly since we met him. Sure, he seems strong, but he's really gentle. Who would have thought that a guy like him has a soft side? Either way, yeah, Ulrich has been great. He's teaching me a lot. Maybe one day I might even learn how to use a greatsword like him.
Oh, goodness me. How do you feel about the rebellion?
I feel great. There's not much to say. We have everything we need in order to win. I can't wait to see our new HQ, our new home.
What's going on with Sophie up here? During their adventure through the docks, Sophie keeps close to Shane. Leading everybody into a secluded back alley, he lets out a loud sigh. It was nice to get away from all the noise. The Zayans were obnoxious.
What gives? This isn't the way to Valinor. But I guess you do like going backwards.
Oh, we'll get there yet. I just have some business to tend to. Shane, can I talk to you alone for a moment?
Shane nods and follows Sophie deeper into the alleyway. Caitlin takes the note and stands guard, ensuring their privacy.
Look, something important has come up. You're aware of our moles within the rebellion, right?
Alleged moles.
Yes. Well, I found this at our drop point. I think it's something you'll be interested in.
Sophie holds out a letter, prompting Shane to take it.
It's a letter written by Domek. Why is this important?
Just read it, Shane. It's from Domek to Valnorth's Elder. It seems your capture was just part of his plan.
Oh. Oh no.
What?
Shane keeps reading the letter, his eyes shooting wide open. Every word was like a knife to the heart. He was betrayed.
He wanted me to get captured? Look at this. It says he hates me.
Oh boy. Yep. Things are starting to unfold about Domek.
I'm sorry you had to find out this way, but your mission was only a cover. He wanted to kill you off, Shane.
Okay, actually, well, I mean, this could be forged, for all I know, but if this is true, then...
That's not true. I refuse to believe this. I know Domek. He wouldn't do this to me.
Are you sure about that? It makes sense when you think about it. He sent you there to gain intel, right?
Yeah.
He already had all the intel he needed. That was the purpose of the Exodus raid. They mapped out our entire castle, Shane. What intel is there left for you to gather? None. Domek just wanted you out of the way.
No.
We were merciful enough to give you a chance, Shane. We could have killed you, but we still found value in your life. I think that's way more than anything Domek can say.
It really does look like his handwriting.
I have no reason to lie to you, Shane. I know what it's like to have your world torn apart. It seems like all hope is lost, doesn't it?
I don't know about this.
What should I do?
You were planning to run away, weren't you? Maybe you thought you could lose us in the crowd? It's a good idea, but there's no home left for you there.
You kind of have every reason to lie. Yeah, I'm not trusting this. Because Sophie has kind of proven that he doesn't like Shane. So I feel like at first I thought, okay, maybe it is Domek that wrote that letter, but this is feeling forced. I feel like he's doing this to get Shane on Sophie's side and to maybe kill Domek or to do something with our party. I feel like that's what this is all about. Especially when you think about the vision that we had in the beginning of the game. That had Sophie in there and he attacked us. So, yeah, this is majorly sus.
Why did you wait until now to show me?
Yeah.
Because I have a favor to ask of you, Shane. And remember, I would never abandon you.
Bull.
I've had every opportunity to kill you.
He's hanging this over his head. For God's sake.
A favor?
He's just manipulating him. Sophie takes back the letter while he watches Shane fight back tears. Oh. It was a hard thing to accept, being disowned by your family. But it was a pain that Sophie knew all too well. He could relate. He didn't respond just yet. He watched a silent rage build up within Shane. That would be perfect. For rage was an invaluable tool on the battlefield. The smirk, Sophie finally broke his silence, placing a hand on Shane.
Don't worry, I'll still let you visit Damek and the rebels. It's just, I have something different in mind for you. A chance to pay him back, if you'd be so inclined.
Shane's fist trembled in anger. In this moment, he was right where Sophie wanted him.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Damn it! My guy, you're being freaking manipulated here. Oh, jeez. Travel to Rebel IQ? Or IQ? HQ? Yes. Oh, Shane. Hang on. I want to go back. I want to see if there's any extra dialogue that I need to check. Oh wait. Out. Back here. I don't think there is, to be honest. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. I just thought I'd try. Museo. Go here. Just because, like, sometimes there is opportunities to have more one-on-ones with characters. That's why I wanted to check. But I think because we're at a bit of a, I guess, critical part of the story, I think that's why there's probably nothing right now, which is totally fine. Alright, tunnels. After we enter the door, we spend a few minutes descending into darkness. Soon enough, however, we reach an area with torches lighting the way. It seems to mark a path straight forward. This must be it.
Wow, it's so dark. I can't even see where I'm going.
Just give it a few minutes. Your eyes will adjust. I remember my first time down here. I was terrified.
He presses his back against the wall and waits. We all do the same and wait around until we can see.
The torches only help so much. We put a majority of them in our actual HQ. Basically, we only have them down here to...
He cuts himself off and looks further down the tunnel.
Everyone quiet. Backs against the wall. Now!
Uh-oh. We do as instructed, and I notice an aura of fear overtake us. I stare down at the tunnels, and I see a suit of armor start to emerge. Uh-oh. White and gold, just like my vision, takes slow, clunky steps. I look over at Valessa and Fortan. She's fine, and he's shaking. He glances back at me, and I nod, letting him know that things will be fine. It isn't much longer until the suit of armor reaches our location. It stands between all of us as we press ourselves against the wall. It's almost like it can't see. It has no idea that we're here. That's odd. It even turns its head to the sides, looking straight at us without reacting. After a minute or two of standing guard, it turns around and walks away. Its steps echo through the tunnels, loud, metallic, and hollow. Frightening. But when it's far enough away, we all sigh and stand at ease. We're safe now.
What was that?
The Triumvirate's honor guard. They're the ones that built this underground complex. We find it best not to interfere with their efforts in any way.
Why is that?
They're almost like caretakers, so we let them be. All we know for sure is that they're disobeying their masters.
Really?
Yeah, at least that's what it seems like. Rather than search for the idol, they built a utopia. I think that was the choice of the spirits inside them.
Spirits?
Yeah. They were created by the Blade of Exodus. The spirits inside are victims of their vicious occupation.
Oh.
Right. Then it's just like the seer said. Wait, victims of the occupation?
Yeah, what's that about?
Yeah, it's sad, really. They want to live again, so they built a home.
Alyssa looks sad and takes a few steps back. It doesn't take a genius to realize what she's thinking. Having been a few minutes, our vision has adjusted.
Sorry about that, everybody. Those things are brittle and weak. If we so much as bump them, they fall apart.
Wait, really?
Yeah, there's nothing inside. They're controlled purely by spiritual energy. They were strong at first, but they're weak now. It's almost like it degraded over time. Who knows, maybe we can even power them with that blade. A bit of irony, right? Use their own forces against them.
This is all so complicated.
Yeah, and I'll admit that even I don't know everything. But we won't get to that point if we don't keep moving.
He motions to the end of the tunnels.
So, shall we?
We all nod as we continue to move through the tunnels. However, Dominic seems distracted. There's something on his mind. I guess even a man in his position can't have a grasp on everything. Everyone makes conversation amongst themselves as we continue. Perhaps it would be a good idea to talk to Dominic a little bit more. It seems like we still have a bit of walking ahead of us after all. Okay, we could have a heart-to-heart with Dominic here. Interesting. Well, let's look around first. There were torches lining the tunnels, freshly lit. It must require a lot of maintenance to keep these tunnels accessible. I'd hate to be down here when those torches die out. Sounds terrifying. Thankfully, they don't seem to be at any risk of fading away. We could stay down here for a while without any worry. Excuse me. However, that doesn't seem to be of any of our agendas. There's wooden panels on the floor, almost acting like pavement. However, it's only a bit more comfortable than the actual floor would be. It's seemingly more for aesthetic purposes than anything regarding comfort. Drops of humidity and moisture hit the wooden panels, making them split. It looks like they've been here for a while, with clear signs of erosion. With what I know, I'd say that these tunnels are almost 20 years old.
Hey, Valessa, watch your step.
Huh?
There's a bit of a bump here. I almost tripped.
Don't worry. I'll be fine.
A few moments later, chirps. God damn it, Valessa. It was a clear sign that she disregarded his warning. He laughs and keeps walking forward, highly amused.
Let's not talk about this.
Valessa. I see a makeshift doorway at the end of the tunnels. That must be the entrance to the Rebel HQ. Finally. It's a bit far away, but I'm glad it's actually in sight.
What's the matter? Are your legs sore?
No, not at all. I'm just running out of breath. Is it a little stuffy down here, or...?
Yeah, it is. Don't worry. You get used to it. A small price to pay for privacy, if you ask me.
Right.
I think that's everything. Alright, let's have the heart-to-heart with Dominic. As we walk down the tunnels, I make my way to Dominic's side. I ask him what's on his mind, and the people behind us give us space. I'm thankful for their consideration as we finally get some one-on-one time.
What's on my mind? Oh, it's nothing too major. Say, can you keep a secret?
You didn't kill anybody, did you?
Well, about that.
He blushes and shuffles in place, embarrassed. I'm not sure why he trusted me so easily, but I'm not complaining. Sometimes it's hard for someone in a position of power to have confidants.
About that suit of armor earlier, I think I scared everybody with my caution. Between you and I, that was a bit of an exaggeration.
Oh, why is the ocean always blue? Because the shore never waves back?
Like I said, those things are brittle and weak. I just didn't want anybody to knock them over, you know. If we kill one of them, what happens to the spirits inside?
That was a good question, actually.
I want to find a way to free those spirits trapped inside. Something tells me that killing them won't accomplish that. This is the sole reason why I tell everybody to leave them alone. They're harmless. They mind their own business. It's my belief that we should give them the same courtesy. That is, at least until we find a way to give them more freedom. Though they don't serve the Triumvirate, they're still trapped. Nobody should be forced into a position like that. They're just like us. Spirits of family and friends. Spirits of innocent occupation victims.
Yeah, that's all a loud sigh. Like the ability to vent is a godsend. I could tell that this is something he's been keeping inside for a while.
Sorry for rambling on. I think I'm just trying to defend myself. Last week I accidentally bumped into one. It crumbled and fell to the ground. I felt absolutely awful. It's like I killed them. Who knows how many spirits were inside that one suit? I mean, in this war, I have to draw blood. I have to kill. But normally I reserve that punishment for our enemies. We're talking about the spirits of long-lost family here, CRS. I feel like I did something wrong. I almost feel like I'm a murderer, you know? It's odd how blurred those lines can be in war. Kill the enemy leader, you're nothing short of a hero. But kill a citizen going about their business, you're a monster. Maybe at the end of the day, that's what we are. Monsters.
Hmm. Wait. Why did I get to open tits? Hang on. Oh, I did. 1 second. I forgot to open that up. Hold on. He's been streaming for a while now, and I haven't had it open this entire time. I'm actually surprised. 1 second. I'm sorry. There we go. Sorted. Sorry about that. Okay. What we got? So you're not a monster, Dominic. You're more like a hero to me. It's war. Morality is always great. Oi! I guess I'm just gonna go with that one because that's a bit more neutral. It's war. Morality is always grey.
Oh, I guess you're right. After this is over, things will be better. We aren't like the Triumvirate. We don't want to kill.
We continue walking down the tunnels while he vents. I can understand where he's coming from. I can relate. It was all about the greater good, regardless of what we did.
Everybody expects me to lead us to victory. They call me a master strategist and shower me with praise. But at the end of the day, I'm just following in his footsteps. Salus was the master strategist. I just worked under him. They say I fill his shoes quite well, but I don't think that's true. I think they need something to believe in. They need hope. They pushed that need for hope onto me, and I became that hope. Honestly, I think I'm more of a symbol than anything else. I'm sure you know what I mean. You're the CRS. You had this role thrust upon you whether you wanted it or not. It's kind of the same for me. I'm the general. I had no say in the matter. This pressure and all those expectations, I'm afraid I might break.
Fair, honestly. I don't blame him.
Do you have any advice?
Bro, I think you need to grow some thicker skin. That's rude. Be honest with people. Confide in them too.
You don't think that would make them doubt? Their mighty leader full of stress and worry. I only told you because I thought you could relate. But I guess honesty is the best solution. Maybe I should lower their expectations a bit, yeah? I'm just Dormek. I'm not some invincible symbol of hope.
Yeah, I mean you're only like you're a person at the end of the day. Like people think highly of you, yes, but I think they would respect you more if you're more vulnerable.
I guess there's not much more we can do, huh? Perhaps we'll have some more time to talk later on. My doors are always open to you, CRS. I promise.
Gives me a slight smile and we continue to walk. The end of the tunnels is growing ever closer. It seemed like this leg of the journey was over. As soon as we exit the tunnels, it's immediately easier to breathe. Sunlight pierces through the ceiling with the surface in sight. Those tunnels must have started low and worked their way up. However, the exposure to the surface doesn't compromise our privacy. There's no way anybody would find this place unless they knew about it. And from what I could tell, only a select few did, so we were perfectly safe.
Ah, home sweet home. I'd like to welcome you all to our new HQ. It took some coercing with the mayor, but it's ours.
Wow, this place is incredible. And the honor guard built all of it?
Essentially, yeah. With a few finishing touches by ourselves, this is what they've been working on for 20 years.
That's crazy. All of those weapons, too. It's almost like they made it just for us.
We can dream, but I doubt it. Hey, Ulrich, Pro, can you show them around?
He motions toward Balessa and Forten.
Sure.
You got it, boss.
Pro is being overly polite, likely to make it up to Dominic. Sneers at Pro in reply, still a little upset as slight delay. However, moments later, they all leave the room together. Dominic turns to face me with just the two of us in the lobby. A few rebels run from room to room, going about their business. I can tell from the way that they move that they don't want to disturb us.
Well, what do you think? This is it. This is our home.
To our home? You want to move in together? Alright, Jesus Christ. A few more years of cleaning and it'll be in tip-top shape.
Well, it's already had 20 years. What's a few more? Am I right? Let's just call it a fixer-upper.
Yeah. He smiles and shuffles in place.
Well, time to start the grand tour. Let's see, where should we go first?
Places a hand on his chin, losing himself in thought.
Ah, of course. The library and the barracks.
It points to two of the nearby doors.
The library is great for studying. And the barracks, that's for socializing. You'll definitely want to meet your new allies. So, let's start with those. After that, we can go to your personal quarters. That's right, all of you are getting your own rooms.
Heck yeah. My own room? That's pretty impressive. This place must go deeper than I thought. I nod and smile as I start to follow Dominic. We are finally here. I felt like I could relax now. This entire journey has been just one thing after another. But now I can rest. And have privacy? I'll never take it for granted again. The library and the barracks are accessed through this area. Use the map icons by the two doors to navigate these optional areas. To move to your personal quarters, you must return to the region map. Where's that shadow thing just now? That was a bit odd. There's a rack full of swords, almost in pristine condition. Dominic was right. The honor guard really left them everything. This place is a fortress, and their army is much larger than I thought. These doors are blocked by countless crates and supplies. I guess there's nothing of purpose behind those doors. It seems that only the library and the barracks are important. However, Dominic also mentioned the crew quarters and war table. One of the doors is this massive room. It must lead deeper inside. I almost have a hard time believing those suits of armor made this. There. There's light piercing through the ceiling. This slight exposure to the surface makes it much less stuffy. It's easier to breathe here, and everybody seems happy about that. However, the light illuminates the dust lining almost everything. You can even see the dust permeating? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. The air. It's kind of gross. With every breath I take, I'm worried I might breathe some in. Yikes. Okay. So I think... Where's that take? That takes you to the barracks. Okay. I think I do want to go to the barracks first. And then we'll go to the library. Ugh. But we will wait until the ads are over. Ugh. How's everyone in the chat doing? You guys doing alright? Alright, welcome back from ads, everyone. Sorry about that. And also thank you for your patience. Appreciate it. Alright. So I think we're gonna go to the barracks for actually, I could save the barracks for last. No, let's do the barracks. We enter the barracks and Dominic quickly looks around. There's a bunch of rebels practicing with swords. Those training dummies seem to get a lot of use.
Well, this is basically our training room. It's a great place to socialize as well. I'd consider it our main hub, actually. If you can't find a comrade, they're probably in here. There's a bunch of seats at the back for when we eat meals. I guess that makes it a bit of a cafeteria too, doesn't it?
I guess
Anyway,
somewhat.
there's not much more to say. Make use of this room at your leisure. I'll meet you back outside when you're ready.
He makes his way back to the main hall. I stand and watch the rebels practice with their swordplay. There's so many of them. This really was a sizable army. In this room, you can rewatch all previous party banter. It's great to revisit content without moving through a ton of old areas. Click the letters for a list of which party banter is located in which grid spot. Oh, okay. Oh my god, there's so many of them. I do want to go through all of them, so let's start off with these two.
So, this might be the last time we see the town square. Is there anything we should do before we go?
I guess one last drink would be nice. The water from Valinor is always so pure. Want to share some with me, Valessa?
Sure. We can use the cups I left here earlier. I was just finishing my water run when we all met up.
So, what should we toast to?
Toast?
Yeah, this is a big day, right? We should probably drink to something, especially if it's the last time we might be here.
Oh, let's see. What about new beginnings? Or something like being with friends?
Didn't we have something similar to this before?
What about new beginnings with friends? I think that's rather fitting for us.
Sounds good to me. To new beginnings with friends. May our bonds never break.
I suppose the thing did say about going back to dialogue, so I guess this is kind of like recapping some of the stuff that we've heard from them. Right, yeah, now I see it. Okay. Interesting.
Wow, it's so beautiful inside the Grand Tree.
Yeah, that's
Too bad they rarely let the scribe in training come here. I wish I had more time to spend in Valinor.
Actually, that's not a scribe in training rule. It was more like a Fortum rule. No offense.
What's that supposed to mean?
You're not exactly a quiet person. This is a sacred place.
Why didn't you tell me? I would've...
Hey, I thought we'd be...
At least you were... Well...
I give you
Hey!
Oh, is this the... Is this that one banter? Oh no. Okay. We got an empty page here, so I guess it's for like future stuff. Interesting. Okay. Is there nothing else up there? Okay, so it really is just that. Interesting. Guess we'll go in here then. Go to the library? Oh, is this to read like old books? Like all the books that we've come across to? When we enter the library, Dominic rushes forward. Closes a few books and tidies the room as I catch up.
Terribly sorry about the mess. It was impolite of me to leave it this way.
After a few more moments, he stops cleaning up. It didn't really bother me. He's just trying to make a good impression.
Well, there's not much to say about the library. As the dust would show, it doesn't get much use. But you'll find books here on pretty much everything. It's a great place to brush up on stuff you might be rusty on. It has a decent collection too. If it's out there, it's probably in here. Feel free to use it at your leisure. It's quite peaceful.
He smiles as he makes his way back to the main landing. This place was pretty big. I'm surprised they have so many books. It's almost a shame that they don't get much use. Maybe I could change that. The Rebel HQ library contains every book you read on your journey. Yep. Brush up on knowledge and check on the status of your collection. It's a great way to read books without revisiting older areas. so I think this is all in Valinor, right? And there's still one book that we haven't come across to yet. And I'm guessing this is for a future area. Okay. That's good to know. Let's go up here. And then we'll go to the personal quarters. We enter my personal quarters after a small trek through the HQ. It's larger than I thought it would be. Bed as well is quite big. There isn't much of a tour to be had, so Dominic sighs in relief.
Well, that about ends the tour. After this, it's just the crew quarters and the war table. I imagine this is where you'll spend most of your spare time.
He walks to the back of the room and inspects the shelf on the wall. Moving books and papers aside, he seems a bit sad.
This room belonged to Shane. He was dear to me. I sent him on a dangerous mission to the Triumvirate's castle. He's been gone for a while, but I know he'll be back. I can feel it.
Oh, Dominic, it's not looking good for you.
So try not to get too comfortable, alright? This is just where you'll stay in the meantime. I wouldn't want Shane to think I forgot about him.
I nod. That makes perfect sense. But I wonder why he was inspecting the shelf. He stopped empty-handed, so didn't find what he wanted.
You deserve a lot of rest, at least for today. Just follow me for a little bit longer. We're almost done. I'll show you where your comrades are staying.
Of course, lead the way, Dominic.
Thanks for being so accommodating. I'll meet you outside, CRS.
He walks back toward the door and waits outside. I guess it was time to finish this tour, finally. Crew quarters was our next stop. There's a table lined with pretty much everything I'd need. It seems that this room was equipped with stuff for a long stay. However, something told me I wouldn't get to make much use of it. My training regimen would likely be intense. Early to rise and late to sleep, I could tell. There's a bunch of scrolls and books on top of the shelf. They must have belonged to the previous owner, Shane. As Dominic mentioned, this used to be his quarters. Bit odd to give them away if he's still alive, though. After investigating a bit more, I find his journal. The last entry is regarding his upcoming mission.
Shane's journal. Dominic has tasked me with something risky, but I know I can pull it off. I'd never let him down, and I truly owe him my life. He wants me to get caught on purpose. I know, it sounds stupid, but if I can get behind enemy lines, my insight could be invaluable. We know a lot about their castle, but we still know next to nothing about the Triumvirate themselves, let alone the forces of the Inquisition. This is my chance to expose them. So many questions, finally answered. I'll have to brush up on my acting and make it look like I'm actually getting caught. That'll require some planning, but I'll make sure that it seems natural. They'll likely starve me, or torture me, or worse. But I'll endure it. It's nothing new to me. I've endured it all in the past before Domek saved me and took me in. I'll survive it again for our cause, and for him. All for him. Shane.
Wait, hold on a minute. He acted surprised before that that Dominic wanted him caught, but yet in this journal he knows about it. Unless did I misunderstand something? I mean, I recall the fact that he said that in the letter it said that Dominic hates him, which is not true, for what I'm assuming. Well, I mean, judging by Dominic's reaction just now. Okay. So he was scared, but loyal to Dominic. Good thing Dominic isn't the type to take advantage of that. I'm sure Shane would carry out his goal just fine. Definitely. I inspect these boxes and they're full of food. They definitely stocked me for a long stay. Thankfully, it was stuff that wouldn't go bad too fast. I rummaged through it, impressed with the selection. Was this all really provided by the honor guard? They don't need to eat. Just what are they doing? Why are these candles so close to the bed? Yeah, that's a little bit. I can understand wanting to be warm, but fire hazard much? Maybe I'd blow them out if things got too concerning. Alright. Out of here, let's go to the crew quarters. After exiting my room, he takes me to a large hallway. At the end of it is a grand door, surely leading somewhere important. Lining the sides are smaller doors. I assume they lead to more private rooms.
That door right there leads to the war table. That's the end of this tour. It's where things start. I'll go over our battle plan and give you an itinerary.
Shane's more concerned by just how long it's been, with no sign of Dominic or any rescue mission in sight. That it's been so long, plus Sophie's letter, is what's making Shane have doubts as to what's going on. Oh, okay. Got it.
Your training will commence tomorrow. I can't believe this is finally happening. It almost feels like a dream, you know.
He lets out a nervous laugh before turning to face the large door.
Well, these doors on the side lead you to your comrades' rooms. Valessa and Fortame have been given personal rooms, just like you. My quarters are here as well if you'd like to come spend time with me. I'm going to make a quick stop in my room, actually. After that, I'll meet you at the war table, alright? Take some time to unwind. You really deserve it.
Okay, so I think this is where we can actually start, come back over here and interacting with the characters a little bit more.
It's been a pleasure, CRS.
With a smile, he walks off to one of the side rooms. I guess that's the one I'd go to if I wanted to see him. Some long-awaited free time might be a good idea. However, I should make sure to spend it wisely. As soon as I met him at the war table, things would begin. And something told me that nothing would be easy moving forward. The Act 2, alright. Use the region map to move to the war table and continue the story. For now, feel free to roam the world and access content at your leisure. Every unlocked character has a heart-to-heart in the crew quarters. Okay. So no. Who the heck? Huh. Let's make our way up. We'll make our way up here and then down and then, actually, wait. Actually, no, let's go by crossways. So we'll go Valessa, this person, Fortem, Dominic, Ulrich, and then Pro. I think that's what we're gonna do. Let's save first. So we'll go over... Go. Okay, let's get started. Access Valessa heart-to-heart too? Yes. I enter Valessa's room and see her pacing around. She looks like she's in deep thought, so I clear my throat. It was enough to get her attention, and she turns to me with a smile.
Oh, hey, Cirrus. I was just thinking about stuff. So much has happened since we got here. Remember what we talked about last time? Whether or not we should be open with the people? I was worried they'd use us to their own ends.
Oh, yeah.
The ability to foresee the future and change it? That's too powerful. People would pay almost any price. I'm glad you shared the same opinion. We can't tell the people. You're so important to this mission, Cirrus. We can't have people vying for your skill and attention, especially if they resort to stuff like kidnapping or bribing. Sorry to sound so scary, but it's a real possibility. That's why it's probably best for us to remain anonymous. However, I have a feeling we can't stay that way forever.
Yeah, probably not, but I totally understand the concern. She has a good point.
Dominic is wasting no time telling everybody who we are. It's only a matter of time until word spreads to the rest of Mazeo. We'll need to come up with some kind of system, or something. Our main cause is helping Dominic and the rebellion. But when people hear who you are and come for help, what should we do then? Honestly, I'm at a loss. Maybe I'll talk to him and see what he says. It's possible that I'm just being paranoid, right? But everyone says that Mazeans can be ruthless. I just want to help people and ensure your safety. There must be a way to do both, and I know I'll find it. Let's change the subject. This is really stressing me out.
Fair. She smiles, yet gives off a concern at the same time. It's good that she was thinking about this kind of stuff. Remaining resolute in these circumstances was admirable.
This HQ is a pretty nice place, huh? I'm surprised that those suits of armor built this. Look, there's a bed here. Why would they need that? Dominic says they want to live again, but there must be more to it than that. It's so intricate and clearly built for an army. I really think they wanted to help us out. That's why they built this place the way it is. They must have known what was going to happen. But that also means they're defying the triumvirate. What if we could use their own honor guard against them? Though, to be honest, I still feel a bit hesitant using that term. After what they've done to us, there's no honor left to protect. They've condemned the souls of so many victims to servitude. I guess it was only a matter of time before they rebelled too.
She sighs and sits down on the bed. I slowly walk over and sit down beside her.
Look at me. All business as usual. Maybe people are right. Maybe I need to unwind. Life can't be any fun if you never take a break, right?
Oh my god. Plenty of time to take a break when we're dead. Wow, okay, no. Alyssa, you need to take a break.
I know. But I wouldn't know where to start. There's so much on my to-do list.
Girl, I feel you on that one.
I guess I should start from the top, huh?
She motions to the table. There's a bottle of wine on it.
Fortum has been bugging me about this for a while. I guess a drink or two will do plenty to help me unwind. Want to keep me company? It's better than staying alone.
Yeah, sure. I nod, and we move from the bed to the table. She pops open the bottle and pours each of us a glass. However, she doesn't sip. Seems hesitant.
Shouldn't we have a toast or something? I mean, we're supposed to drink for a cause, right? I'm new to this, so I'll let you do the honors, Cirrus.
Girl, I'm not really much of a drinker myself, so I'm right there with you. Here's to a brighter future for us all.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
We each take a sip and begin to while away the hours. I help get her mind off of work, and we talk for a long time. After that, I see myself back to the crew quarters, happy. Okay, satisfying enough. Alright, what's the deal here? Character not in your party. Okay, yeah, I was about to say, who the heck is this? So I guess we can't, okay, I guess we'll go to 410 then. I enter 410's room and see him sitting at the table. He's engrossed in a book. It's almost like he's studying. I take a few steps forward and announce my presence to him.
Oh, hey there! You might want to read this, Cirrus. I was just looking up how to save Valinor.
Right, he wants to reconnect Valinor to the spirit realm. Without the power from their idol, Valinor would freeze over. At least, that's what we thought. His next words surprised me.
Current scholars are losing faith in the spirit realm. They call our reliance on the spirit idols a superstition. Without them, they say the world would be exactly the same. I disregarded it at first, but then I thought about it. Valinor's idol has been dim for over 20 years now. Have you noticed it get colder at all? I sure haven't. But one conclusion just brings up a million more mysteries. If they aren't giving energy to the land, what are they doing? Is there some purpose to the spirit realm that we don't know? I mean, I like this hypothesis, I truly do. Forgive my blasphemy, but just hear me out. If the idol isn't important, then Valinor is fine. That means we don't need to worry about it freezing over. It just brings about a new question. What are the idols? We know that they create seers, but what about the idol here? And what about the idol in Alarinthia that the Triumvirate destroyed? They expect us to believe that Alarinthia was always meant to be a desert? I was told that the destruction of their idol caused it to become lifeless. Either way, more studying is required, but I'm starting to think outside the box. I like that. It's almost like Valinor was guiding our thoughts, you know? Go against the spirits and you're seen as evil or crazy. But out here, that's normal. It allows people to get more creative. I've seen a bunch of new theories about our world, and the spirits.
Yeah, that's completely fair and valid.
Anyway.
He smiles and stands up from the table. It looks like he's been keeping himself busy.
We have something important to talk about. I spoke to Pro, and he gave me some spending money. So next time I get the chance, I'm buying that climbing gear. And I expect you to become my apprentice, Cirrus. I'll show you the ropes, and then we'll climb the Grand Tree. Hopefully we have time for one last trip before the final battle.
Oh my god. He crosses his arms and gives me a sly smirk.
If you get good enough, then we can get competitive. It'd be nice to have a rival. Gives me the drive to improve. I need that extra push if I'm gonna make it to the top. I just haven't had much time to practice my climbing. I hope I'm not rusty when the time comes. That'd suck. Climbing the Grand Tree has always been my life's goal. The first time I attempt it, I want to make sure I succeed. And they say the best way to learn is to teach somebody else. So you better prepare for some rigorous training. We're doing this.
Certainly determined, are we? Seems like he's not about to take no for an answer. Yeah, seems that way.
No, sorry. My mind is all over the place. Thanks for coming to visit me, Cirrus. It means a lot. It really does. I guess you better head back to Domic. Isn't he waiting for you in the war room or something? At least, that's what I heard. He sure loves to work.
He smiles and takes steps back toward the table. Before he gets there, he stops in his tracks and turns around. He really was scatterbrained today, wasn't he? Is everything okay?
There's one more thing I wanted to ask you. I just forgot. Or maybe I was too embarrassed. Remember what Domic said about the Honor Guard? They're powered by the spirits of occupation victims. I know Valessa was thinking the same thing. About our parents. Do you think they're still alive? Down here? Trapped in that armor?
I'm not sure what to think, to be honest.
Understandable. You're on the fence. It's something we can talk about more as a group. Valessa believes they're trapped in there. I know it. I saw it in her face. Back in the tunnels. And to be honest, I feel the same way as her. We can free them. I just have no idea how. Maybe it has something to do with that sword of yours. I should probably get back to my studies, though. Either way, I guess we'll find out soon enough.
I guess so. He gives me a quick smile before returning to his books. It's admirable how much he's studying given the circumstances. I decide to leave him for now and go about my business. Go over to Domic. I enter Domic's personal quarters and see him sitting on his bed. He's gripping something in his hand. It looks shiny and metallic. I take a few steps forward, making my presence known to him. He immediately jerks in fright, startled by my entrance. Looking away from me, he wipes his eyes with haste. He's wearing a wide smile by the time he looks back. Oh, okay.
Oh, hey there. Just keeping up my habit of not being receptive, I suppose. If I knew you'd be here so fast, I would have put out some food.
He stands up and walks to the nearby table. After placing the object he was holding on it, he lets out a soft laugh. I look at it when I get the chance. It appears to be some kind of brooch.
I trust our HQ is to your satisfaction. Hopefully the rebels have been treating you with respect. That blade strap to your back pretty much gives you away. Let me know if anybody acts out of turn. I won't hesitate to put them in their place, you know. You're our honored guest and should be treated as such.
Of course, I'll keep you in the loop.
I appreciate it. It's hard to keep tabs on everything nowadays. I'm trying my best, but so much slips through my grasp.
Pulls out 2 chairs and proceeds to sit down. Taking the side closet to the brooch, he laid down. He looks up at me.
Care to join me? I wouldn't mind getting to know you a little better. You're more than just a CRS after all. It's rude of us to treat you like some sort of symbol. I know some of my troops do that to me since I'm the general, but there's more beneath the surface. So much more.
I was about to say, you definitely would be able to relate to that. I nod and take a seat at the chair opposite Dominic. He smiles and leans forward, displaying an attentive pose. His lack of speech makes me realize that it's my turn to speak. I tell him everything I can, pretty much summing up my life. I tell him how I met Fortem and Valessa and how we grew up. But most importantly, I tell him about the loss of our parents. As soon as he hears that story, I can see him tense up. He reaches for the brooch and clenches it tightly in his hand. After a few moments of holding on to it, he starts to relax.
The occupation. We all lost something special that day. But some of us lost far more than others. What an unlucky day to be in Mazea, huh? Your parents could have easily avoided that mess. Mine, however, well, not so much. It's complicated. I don't remember what my parents did exactly. I think they owned some sort of tavern or restaurant. It's odd how I remember little else but the chaos.
Hear the rain pelting down outside. Jeez. Oh, I don't envy Tabby right now. He'd be in the middle of that. Alright, Silver, take care, dude. He slumps down in his chair, posture emanating sorrow.
I wouldn't normally tell anybody this, but you're special. Oh, not really special, but you caught me holding on to it.
He holds out the brooch, and I get a clear look at it for the first time. It's a floral pattern, clearly feminine. I'm curious why he fancies it so much.
This brooch? It used to belong to my mother. She loved it. I made sure to retrieve it from her body after the occupation.
He scoffs before shaking his head.
I remember the piles of bodies, hundreds of them lining the town square. The days after the occupation were horrid. Corpses as far as the eye could see. Luckily, I knew exactly where they kept my mother's body, so I went straight to it.
God.
How did I know? Well, maybe I'll tell you another time. Just know that this brooch means more to me than anything else. When I hold on to it, it takes me back to simpler times, you know? I don't tell anybody because they need me to be strong. You can't win a war with sentiment, after all. I have a certain image to maintain.
What happened to the audio there? It just went quiet all of a sudden. He looks at me with a smile.
But I feel I can be myself around you. You have the same burden, the same appearance to keep up. When we're together, I just feel like I can be myself.
Yeah, what happened to the audio levels there? Like, it just, for that one bit of dialogue, it just went really low. That was weird. When we're together, I just feel like I could be myself. I guess a toast to being ourselves.
If I had something to toast with, I'd agree. Maybe next time we can share a nice drink. I mean, hopefully this isn't the last time we do this. And sorry for venting about the occupation. It's not exactly the most cheery subject, right? Just felt right to open up to you some more.
He stands up and pushes the chair back in. I guess this was my signal to leave for now. Stand up and offer my hand for shaking. He does nothing, and I'm left looking like a fool. This isn't the first time he's refused to shake my hand. Rather than comment on the matter, he changes the subject.
Let's meet in the war room whenever you're ready, CRS. This might be your last resting day for a while, so spend it wisely.
He smirks and sees me out of his room. It was nice to learn more about him and his past. Rather than being a general, he's becoming a friend. Okay, let's go over to Ulrich. I enter Ulrich's room and he's laying on his bed, relaxed. Bottles of alcohol line the table nearby, some empty, some full. He hears me enter and immediately rises up, grabbing his sword.
Who's there?
Bro! But as soon as he notices it's me, he relaxes with a sigh. Loosening his grip on his sword, puts it aside. He was a bit paranoid, but with reason.
Sorry, you never know when someone might attack. I don't normally doze off too much, for that reason alone. It's nice to see you, though. I had a good time at the tavern.
Stands up and walks over to the table. With a large swig from another bottle, he lets out a refreshing sigh. He must not have much downtime, but today was an off day.
Namek said to relax, so that's what I'm doing. I've known him for years, and he's never said that. I'm surprised he's not celebrating his new pirate treaty.
So Dominic said to relax, that's what I'm doing. I've known him for years and he's never said that. I'm surprised he's not celebrating his new pirate treaty.
Even if he tells us to relax, I doubt that he's doing it. He's probably already waiting for you in the war room. Don't worry, I'll try not to keep you here for too long.
There's a place or two in the States that are due to get snow tomorrow also, so it's not all that unusual apparently. Yeah. I mean, Fox was saying that he got snow in his area, even though it was like, 80-something Fahrenheit yesterday in his area? Like, what the heck? How can it go from one extreme to another? He shuffles bottles aside, looking for something specific. It isn't much longer until he finds a much larger bottle, still full. There's a crimson liquid inside. Seems to be a special wine.
I've been saving this for a special occasion, and trust me, Domek giving me the night off is really special. I don't remember the last time I could just sit back and relax.
Fair, honestly. He pops the cork out of the bottle and takes a large swig. But the amount of drinks that, I mean, this is my second one, I guess, so it's not that big of a deal, but if this was to keep up, I'd probably get passed out drunk. Weren't you supposed to savor wine rather than chug it? That's what you're supposed to do, but...
Nalorenthian wine. It's quite delicious. I'd say it's the best thing to come from that horrible place. It tastes like juice, but trust me, it sneaks up on you later.
Oh god, yeah, you have to be careful with that kind of stuff.
Shall we?
He holds out the bottle, offering it to me. I accept it, and we both sit down on the edge of the bed. Taking turns, we pass the bottle back and forth until it's gone. Oh my god!
Wow. That certainly took me back. I haven't had a drinking buddy like you in a long time. People these days seem to forget about the finer things in life. Domek is always saying, train, train, train. I don't even know if he's capable of taking it easy. At least Salus knew how to balance work and fun.
Well, I mean, considering the amount of pressure that he's under, I don't really blame him if he struggles to have fun and be able to relax. He goes to take another sip of the wine, trying to get the last drops. Welcome back, Caustic. I wonder how much that cost him. Probably the best I've ever tasted.
I guess I shouldn't bore you with that kind of talk. Your time is valuable, and you're choosing to spend it with me. Some host I'd be if I sat here and wasted that time of yours.
Hey, man, it's fine. He stands up and places the bottle on the table before sitting down again. The bed is more than big enough to fit the both of us comfortably. lets out a loud sigh before crossing his arms.
I guess that's all I had. Too bad. The night is still young.
He laughs softly, looking over in my direction.
Drinking buddies with no drinks? This is a first. What now?
Has it really been this long since Ulrich had a friend? He doesn't know what to do, so I give him some direction. It's crazy how much he knows about me, yet I know nothing about him.
More about me? So you want me to bore you, huh?
It's fine by me. He smiles and lays back in the bed, looking up at the ceiling. It's almost like he didn't want to look at me while he spoke. As a courtesy, I lay back as well, and we look up together.
Well, I'm probably older than you think, but I prefer to use the term experienced. I've seen a lot of combat in my numerous years. You kind of grow up alongside battle in Alarinthia. The culture there is so steeped in war it's impossible to avoid. When you come of age, you should already be an expert in combat. I was, but I chose to leave Alarinthia behind as soon as I could. My parents wanted me to stay, but I think they wanted it for them. I came to the mainland because I knew it would be the best for me.
Thank you, Caustic.
You need to look out for yourself. Don't let others sway your opinion. At least, that's what I told myself. I justified breaking my parents' hearts. I can't make it up to them either. They've been gone for ages. They were part of a movement that wanted to change Alarinthia. Things would be better in the hands of the wise, not the strong. An admirable view, unless you're surrounded by the strong.
I'm just picturing, like, because it said that, like, both of us are laying in the bed and we're kind of just looking up. I can actually picture it almost perfectly.
And surrounded they were. They were killed for their beliefs. That's why I hate Alarinthia more than anything. And the way it's run. I told myself I'd come to the mainland and practice my swordplay. I'd only ever return when I was strong enough to win. If I could become the ruler of Alarinthia, I would change their laws. Every leader has that ability, but they only care about their own power. It's always a battle of the strong against the wise. I wanted to go back to that land, both strong and wise. A ruler with a different outlook? He could change everything. It's just the alcohol talking right now, by the way. The childish dream of a young man. That's all it was.
Hey.
This world offers no quarter to men blind on ambition.
Hey, listen, there's nothing wrong with having a dream like that. If it's what keeps you going, then there's no harm in it. He tilts his head to look at me.
And so we offer no quarter in return. This war, it's already taken so much from us. I find myself asking, how much more will it take? Hopefully, not too much.
It's actually really nice to see and hear Ulrich being more vulnerable. Like, because obviously he kind of comes off as like stoic and and just doesn't have much of a soft side, but like seeing this side of him is actually kind of refreshing. I turn to respond, but I notice his eyes are closed. Was he so tired that he could fall asleep almost instantly? I wonder if I should wake him up, but decide to let him rest. Slowly getting out of the bed, I tiptoe my way to the door. Oh! It's been a long journey for him, too. He deserves this. I exit as silently as I can, ready to continue on my way. But I learned more about him, so I'm happy. Maybe he'd get to change Alarinthia in the end. After we defeat the Triumvirate, anything is possible. Oh, that was kind of cute, actually. Aww. I could see like anyone that maybe liked Ulrich to begin with, and then they have that interaction with him. That would melt people's hearts, I reckon. Like I'm very platonic with him, and I will continue to be platonic with him. But that was a really sweet interaction. I liked that. All right, let's go to Pro. I enter Pro's room and see him sitting down. He's hunched over a piece of paper, scribbling notes down on it. It appears to be some sort of legal-looking document. An open bottle of wine sits next to him, and it's still full. 2 wine glasses sit on the table, on opposite sides of each other. Upon hearing my entrance, he looks up at me and smirks.
I knew you'd come sooner or later. Good thing the wine didn't get too warm. Have a seat. This is some good vintage stuff.
I was about to say, did you know I was coming? I pull out the chair and sit across from Pro. As soon as I sit down, he starts pouring us some wine. It's a dark crimson red and appears to be quite thick. Again, with the amount of wine I'm drinking in this night alone, I'm gonna be passed out drunk.
At least that's what the guy told me. I just asked for their most expensive wine. That job from before, I made more than I thought. I asked myself what I should do with all of it. I mean, there was a ton to spare even after buying food. All I could think of was share a drink with my new friend.
Aw.
So, here we are. Hopefully it's something you enjoy. I'd hate to buy you a treat you didn't like.
Ooh, I'm between 2 of these. I'm debating between it's more than enough you didn't have to, or aw, are you trying to win me over? Let's put on my VTuber model. Come on, there we go. I romanced everyone on my playthrough. If I were to play this again, I'd probably be more selective, but I just wanted to see how all the romances would go. Fair. How the heck would that result in the end, though? Because you have to choose one, right? Here's where to spend your money, Pro. Somebody else. Okay. I'm debating between these 2. Ooh. Hang on, let me save. I'm curious about what happens. You try to win me over?
Wait, I didn't do that already? I already have this whole lovable rogue thing mastered. It's just a matter of sealing the deal with some wine.
Oh my god. Freaking Pro, dude. He's winning my heart, honestly. Like, him and as I said, him and Fortem are the ones that are getting my heart right now. Like, those 2 dorks are just, they're freaking adorable in their own way. It's pretty much just, it pretty much just implies, without outright saying it, that you're in an open relationship, or polycule with everyone you choose. Really? Interesting, okay. See, I'm used to visual, like, I keep on hearing about visual novels, and 9 times out of 10, you have to choose one. So, it's not very often that you hear about, open relationships or, like, you know, polycule relationships. Oh, really, Caustic? Okay. I don't know, Pro is just charming, in my opinion. Like, I'm sure that there's some stuff about him that probably would rub me the wrong way, but I don't know. He's freaking adorable.
Last time we hung out, I didn't really get the chance. I was worried I'd scare you away when you found out what I do. It's dirty work, but it helps us survive. Somebody has to do it, right?
I mean, I guess.
There's a big difference between me and a regular swindler, though. I do it because we need to survive. They do it for fun and riches. After the war is over, I won't need to do this stuff anymore.
You know what? Actually, I think I know what it is that I think is catching my attention with Pro. Not only is his personality traits appealing to me, like, you know, his hobbies and whatnot. He mentioned a charming rogue, and it immediately made me think of Eugene from Tangled. And I'm not gonna lie, chat. Eugene or Flynn Rider, whichever you prefer to call him. I prefer Eugene, personally. Eugene has a very special place in my heart. He's my favorite Disney prince. So freaking charming. I love his personality. And just so freaking sweet. Like, oh my, like the way he treats Rapunzel is just so... Oh my god. And I think that's what's getting to me, is that Pro reminds me a little bit of Eugene. Not entirely, of course, but to an extent, he reminds me of him. And I think that's what's catching my attention. So, I don't know. Never thought about it, but I could see the parallels between Eugene and Pro. Yeah. As I said, not quite the same. Like, there is some differences, of course, but it does remind me of him. And I think that's what's catching my attention.
Trust me, I long for that day to come. I want to just kick back and work on my writing. Right now, I only have time for this kind of stuff.
He motions to the paper he was writing on and sighs.
Organized blackmail, pretty much. That guy I mentioned last time, I was able to bribe him. He gave us tons of money to hide his growing misconduct.
Oh, God.
Of course, that makes it sound so bad, but you always need to get everything in writing. So we found a better way to word it. Listen to this.
Both Eugene, or rather Flynn, and Pro are introduced as kind of being rogues in their own way and try to keep up that persona. But there's more to each of them than just that. And that's probably all I should say about without treading into spoilers. Yeah. I could definitely see it going in that direction for Pro, for sure. Eugene has a heart of gold under the surface, but I won't say what's under Pro's. Yeah. I'm hoping that he's not going to make me regret it. That's the only part that I'm a little bit worried about. But we'll have to wait and see. And welcome back from ads, everyone. Sorry about that, and also thank you for your patience. I had to step away anyway when the ads were happening, so that was actually good timing. Alrighty then. So, we found a better way to word it. Listen to this.
I offer Pro this sum of money in exchange for discretion. See? Doesn't sound too much like shady business, does it? Information is a huge market, and so is stopping the flow of it. Everyone is so caught up on doing stuff to make money, and here I am able to make it all by staying my hand. You just need to think outside the box a bit, Cirrus. Anyway, enough about that. We should talk about the important stuff. How are you enjoying the new HQ so far?
Okay, let's see what we got. So, it's pretty awesome, actually. Better now that I'm alone with you. Dominic could have cleaned it a bit more, or I like it, it's very homey. Oh, I don't know how to respond here. I guess I can go with this. I like it. It's very homey.
Yeah, I just miss the sun. But I leave every day for my workout routine. I run all the way to the town square and back. Most people call me crazy, but they're just not used to it. You can get used to anything if you do it long enough. I remember when I first started, I was a total mess.
Hmm. We continue to talk while taking slow sips of wine. The atmosphere in here is a lot better than back at the tavern. And it feels like we're getting to know each other far more.
Honestly, I'm having a really great time. It's not often I get to put everything on pause, but right now, I don't have a care in the world.
Heck yeah.
If we have more time, want to do this again? I mean, time might be pretty scarce in the future, but what little time I have, I'd totally spend with you.
Are you asking me out on a date?
I mean, if you want to put a label on it, sure. But I was just thinking it'd be nice to spend more time together. We're finally past that whole awkward part of introductions. I mean, I had to come clean about being a swindler, right? I'd rather do it right out of the gate than surprise you later on. We can get to know each other more now and see if we click.
Heck yeah. You keep drinking until the wine is all gone. I'm gonna be so plastered. It's just casual conversation, nothing too intense. But once we're done, Pro stands up and yawns.
I guess this is it then? For now, of course. It's getting late. You shouldn't keep Dominic waiting too long. As much as I hate to cut this short, I mean, it's nice to just push aside all responsibilities. Let's make a habit of it. It'll be like a ritual of ours.
Sounds good. He smiles and I stand up, ready to leave. But I guess he's not ready to see me off just yet. Running forward, he wraps his arms around. Oh!
Thank you, Cirrus. Next time it's a date, just like you said. I'll get more wine and candles. It'll be great.
Oh! And with that, he's back to his own business. Sitting at the table, he's lost in that letter once more. I leave the door with a smile on my face. I'm glad we got along. Oh. Oh, goodness me. Okay. I guess there's not really much else to do, because I think cannot access content at this time. If there's an X, you must complete completing the hard. There's a check mark, you must move on to the next. Okay, fair enough. But we can interact with them, so I guess we'll go into the war table, I assume. Although, actually, wait. I want to see, is there anything else that we need to do before we go further? I want to be 100% sure. Can't imagine there'd be much else, to be honest with you. I think like once we go into the next part, then that's when we have to start what do you call it? You know, maybe returning to the quarters and like interacting with the characters and whatnot. So I think I'll just go straight to the war table. Warning, moving to the war table will initiate Act 3. Act 3 is a long series of cutscenes with no side content. Please make sure you have sufficient time to set aside to watch. Next is a warning game. Actually, chat. For anyone that's played this game, how long are the cutscenes? Because I'm actually debating whether we should end it here. Because we did just finish Act 2. God, I almost want to keep going, but at the same time, I feel like this is a good point to wrap up. I forget. I think the sequence is like an hour and a half worth of content. A lot of stories about to happen. Really? Okay. Right. Maybe I should probably wrap it up here then if that's the case. Okay. Yeah, I think what we'll do is, to be fair, this is a good point to wrap up, to be fair. Because, as I said, we just finished Act 2. We're about to enter into some content, like story-heavy related stuff. So I think maybe it might be a good time to leave that, and we'll come back to it next week.